Hi guys and welcome to Spain versus Saudi in the World Cup. Hope you guys are doing good. Back for another World Cup watch along here. I have watched every game so far, by the way. I haven't watched them all on the streams, as you know, but I have watched every game. Also, wrong scene actually. There's a better one now. This one. Because we're in the stadium, I basically refined all of the streaming, like scenes and all that. You know, a scene is like basically, you know, the image you see at the moment on the stream. So yeah, I refined them all. I made them all a little bit better. Hope you guys are all doing good. Welcome everyone. And hi Kazuma. Hi Grassy. Hi, is that Eiley? But you changed the Grassy now, I guess. Hi Aim. Hi Rishan. Hi Reshand. Hi everyone else who's here. Yeah, just had to, you know, I realized that maybe it's a bit too much to do every single match in this World Cup, like, on the stream, because it is very, very mentally draining and also, you know, very tiresome, you know, to stream all of them, especially since my eyes are getting degenerately, like, melted when I'm looking at the screen continually. But yeah, we will be doing the main matches. I'll try and do all the knockout matches too. I'll see what I can do. But yeah, I hope you guys are all doing good. And we're going to be covering Saudi's matches, Portugal's matches, and then, you know, any other matches I think are good during the group stage, of course. And I also might miss the next MSM stream. No probs, all good. And hi Jackson, welcome stream. Hope you're doing good. And hi CDF, welcome stream. Hope you're doing good. Shout out for being Titanium T-Rex member. Yeah, W background as well. Yeah, we got the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the background. Atlanta Stadium, Atlanta. Yeah, didn't hear that from me. It's not the Mercedes-Benz Stadium anymore. We also got a new scoreboard. We're going to have some more new stuff on the Portugal match as well. You'll see there's going to be some new things on here. At the moment, this is, you know, just beginning for a new football stream sort of setup. But, yeah, for Al Nassr away games next season, we will cover Al Nassr's away games next season on the channel, not the home games. I will be getting some new stuff on here for sure as well. But W's in the chat, guys. And we're let down by Turkey out of the cup. I know, out of the cup so early as well. That is insane, by the way. And here we go. It's going to be kickoff in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And kickoff is underway. Let's see how this new scoreboard goes. I've never used it before in my life, so we're going to have to see. There we go. It's working. I've actually never used this scoreboard, so I don't know how it's going to work here, to be honest. We're going to have to wait and see here. But yeah, for sure. I'm hyped. I'm hyped for this match. Hopefully, you know, Saudi can deal some damage to Spain. It would be great if Spain could actually, you know, get another draw here, you know, because that would actually hinder their progress in terms of getting out of this group. I'm really hoping so. And W's King, welcome stream. I hope you're doing good as well. And also, let's say the lineups here. So for Spain, the lineup is going to be Unai Simon as the goalkeeper. First of all, here's a chance for Yamal. He's just trying to get back past El Harabi there. There's a foul. Nope, not called by the referee. It's going to be a cross in, headed clear by Al Amri there. It's going to be now over to, I believe that is Oyarzabal. But anyway, back to the lineup. So we got Unai Simon as the goalkeeper. And again, a really stupid mistake not playing David Raya. Cucurella is the left back. Laporte and Kubarsi are the two centre-backs with Pedro Porro as the right back. Rodri is the DM with Olmo and Pedri as the two AMs. And then we got Baina as the left wing. We got Oyarzabal as the striker. And, of course, Lamine as the right wing. For Saudi, we have Alois as the goalkeeper. We have Saud Abdulhamid as the right back. By the way, this is bugged out. Anyone who does this, I will redeem you. Okay, for the Sue thing, because it is bugged. So I wouldn't recommend doing redeem Sue at the moment, guys, just because it is bugged out. I'll fix it, okay? And I'll refund your points, Jackson. Don't worry, man. And this is going to be the lineup for Saudi. So Alois is the goalkeeper. We have right back Saud Abdulhamid, Al Amri, Lajami, and Timbukti as the back three. You know, they're playing a very defensive formation here, Saudi. They're playing a back five, which is crazy. We got El Harabi as the left back. Somehow Bushal not starting, even though he would outpace Yamal easily. There's going to be a chance of Baina. It's going to be crossed out, and Saud blocks that. It's going to be a corner for Spain. For the fronts for Saudi, it's going to be Jower as the right mid with Khaibari and Nasser Al-Dosri as the two CMs, and Salam as the left wing with Ferres as the striker. Somehow Hamdan not starting, and also Ayman not starting over Salam. Salam is washed. Get him off the team. He is not good anymore. You know, he used to be good, but he's just not being it this season, to be honest. I've been watching him. He's just... You know, whenever I see Halal play, it's just, you know, very, very average performances from him. He was great last season in the previous World Cup, though. I gotta say he was great. But, yeah, just, you know, I would have started Ayman. You know, I would have started more NASA players. They're playing two NASA players, even though we won the league, which is insane, by the way. And I suspect Spain will win 4-0 or 4-1, but I hope Saudi W's. Yeah, hopefully Saudi gets a dub. And hi, MSM Miguel. Welcome stream as well. And hi, Shadow. Welcome stream as well. Hope you're doing good, guys. And, yes... This is going to be now over to Cucurella, new Real Madrid player, of course. I have big hopes for him. Hopefully he can, of course, pocket up Lamine. You know, I really do want to see that. And this is going to be now over to, I believe that is now Porro. Just, you know, he's playing very high up on the field, actually. Yamal crosses the ball in. It's going to be a back post header caught by Alois. I actually watched the Curacao versus Ecuador game. What a game that was. Cinema. And of course, you know, Room with an absolute brilliant performance there. Masterclass, in fact. You know, he was so good. In fact, I'll bring up the combined XI here. I actually don't have it on the screen because of, again, new setup for the football stream. So I'll bring it up here so you guys can see it. Just give me 1 second so I make sure I'm logged in, because if I'm not logged in, it puts up my email address on the screen. We don't want my email address showing to the entire planet. That would be bad. Let's just say that. Okay, let me pull this up. 1 second here. Footmob XI. Okay, I'll pull this up for you guys to see, and I'll read the chat in 1 second here, guys. I think I'll just crop it a little bit because it's kind of looking a little bit ugly here, to be honest. 600. I know I could have prepared this before the stream, but just I actually was somewhere, so I didn't really have a chance to, you know, I just sort of pulled up the stream, you know, got the new scoreboard sorted out, got the background sorted out, which took like 20 minutes, by the way, to figure out a good background. I had to, like, edit together a bunch of different ones, and, yeah, we got the background there now all covered, so we'll do it for, you know, each individual match. I'll put a different background that we do. But there's the lineup. It's kind of scuffed at the moment, but you can kind of see it a little bit there. Hope you agree, by the way. And am I from Uruguay? No, I'm not from Uruguay. And funny having two standout games by keepers from small... I know, crazy. I know Rum and Vazinha really performed. And also Abu Nada, of course, in the first round for Qatar, but just not great from them in the second round there against Canada, to be honest. Very disappointed in them. And by the way, Dino, I heard you was extremely ill. No, it was more so like, I was ill at the moment in time when I commented that, and then I sort of got better over the day, but yeah, or over the night, should I say. But yeah, I just didn't feel well. I sort of had like this, you know, I don't know, it was like something. But now I'm better. It's really strange, actually. It's like I was ready to do the stream, then I randomly just felt extremely sick for like, you know, an hour, 2 hours, and 3 hours, and then I was back to normal. So interesting. Don't know why that was like that. And also, Vinny was greater than Cunha. Cunha was better. Cunha was better. He was the striker they needed, and that's why I put Cunha on instead of Vinny. I mean, Vinny was fine, but just you know, some of the chances that Vinny was doing was just a little bit poor in that game. I feel like Cunha was just a little bit more standout. I know the goal there itself, the first goal, wasn't technically, you know, you could argue maybe should have been him, but I'm actually doing it based on that second goal, and also just his all-round performance as, you know, stepping in instead of Igor Thiago, and just providing sort of, you know, for Brazil. They needed a striker with his capabilities, and that, you know, he sort of provided, and I don't really see him as a striker, more so like a playmaker, so yeah, very good from Cunha to come in there. And you got Epic Humbug, W Ziley, well done. And yeah, that's a real W there. And I don't know, do you guys think there should be any more changes? I put Undav on there, of course. You know, he's staying on from match week 1. He is absolutely insanely good. I switched to a back 3 as well in the combined XI. Schlotterbeck, Gravenberch, and Dumfries. Kimi is the right mid with Messi and Gakpo as the 2 AMs, or, you know, technically AMs, I guess. Cunha is the left mid. Undav is the left wing. Haaland is striker, and David is the right wing, or David as the right wing there. I don't really know how to say his name. And it's going to be a pass through to Saudi Firas. Just trying to get the shot there. He doesn't really turn. Really, to be honest, Hamdan should be starting instead of Firas. That guy is washed up as well. I got to say, Hamdan is way better. Way better. League's better. And hi, James. Welcome, stream. I hope you're doing good. And Room doesn't deserve to get... Room does... I'm not going to hear the Room diss there, Risha. I'm not even going to hear it. I'm not... If you watch the performance from Room, that guy was absolutely... He broke the... all-time save record in regular time for a World Cup. That guy's on there. I mean, that 19 saves or something like that, which is crazy, by the way. Yeah, I know you can see it's 7 goals in the first match, but is it all to his blame? I don't think so. I don't actually think it was his blame for the goals. I actually think it was the blame of A, Germany's a really strong team, and B, the defense in that first game was abysmal. You know, they were just conceding to set pieces really easily. And of course, that wasn't really the goalkeeper's fault there, because most of the set pieces weren't actually from close range, but sort of a little bit further back where the defenders should be marking. Room is 100% staying on from that performance. And plus, it is XI of the current match day as well. So, you know, if the player still performs in the current match, they get on. If they don't perform, so if Room doesn't perform next match, he's off. He's chalked off. You know, if Alois has an absolute masterclass here, he's coming on. You know, it's stuff like that. That's how we're sort of calculating this one. So, you know, technically you could argue Vizinha's better still currently because he hasn't played his next game. Of course, he'll play Uruguay today. If he's better in the Uruguay game, I will absolutely put him on. I'll put him on for sure. But yeah, it's based on, you know, that match day's form, just to sort of rotate a little bit more, you know, make the team more dynamic and, you know, continually changing up. Let's just hope, though, that Saudi can get a dub here, because to be honest, I really want Spain eliminated early from this tournament so bad. I want them so bad gone from this tourney. You know, you don't understand how bad I want them out. Like, really, really do want them to leave. And, you know, even though I like Real, you know, all that sort of stuff. But, yeah, just gotta go. Rodri, gotta go, man. Gotta go. And hi, Cameron. I'm guessing 2-0 to Spain, 2-1. I mean, fair enough. Yeah, Spain's most likely going to win. I'm going to be honest here. They are most likely going to win, for sure. And also, Dino, by the way, Tuesday, I'll get the World Cup meal. W's, I actually got it. Got the Thierry Henry cup there, by the way, guys. So that's pretty cool. Thierry Henry, even though he's dissing Ronaldo severely, I'll still respect you for the player you were. Is these life form ratings from specific matches? Yeah, it's from specific matches. So it's one throughout each match, and then when we get into the, you know, the full tournament end of, you know, the final, we'll make a tournament XI. Okay, so when we watch the final, hopefully Portugal's in the final, we'll get a tournament XI. We'll put players on there based on their tournament performance all around. But yeah, based on, you know, this one, this is live form, so this is 100% live form. I might just crop this a little bit better as well, because I feel like I've done a pretty trash job cropping this image here. 175 maybe at the top. There we go. 725 on the left there as well, and from the bottom 375. Nice. Okay, I can technically go 400 actually. 415. I don't really like Saudi's current coach, to be honest. I gotta say, that guy's too defensive for my liking. This guy's not great. Won't Ronaldo sue 500 points? It's not working because it's bugged out. It's bugged out. I wouldn't do it. If you do not redeem... Oh my goodness, they score. Of course, Yamal scored. Man, of course, Yamal scores, man. Of course. Why does Barrow have to score the first goal? Of all the people to score, man. Of all the people to score. Yamal scores. Goal. Great goal. It actually wasn't that great, to be honest. Poor defending, I gotta say. That was actually pretty awful defense, I gotta say. There's definitely been better defense throughout this tournament, and that was not one of the defensive, you know, abilities there that we've seen from these teams. Like, let's just take a look here again. So it's just wow, it's a really nice curled ball by Pedri, and then I think it's with Bein, and he just sort of crosses it in. It's a tap in for Yamal in the back post. What the heck is... This is why Bushal should have been playing the game. This is why Bushal should have been starting, guys. Like, why the heck is Al Harbi not even marking, you know, right wing there? Bro's the right wing marker and he's nowhere to be found. He's just, you know, off shopping or something. Like, what the heck is going on? Where is Al Harbi? You know, where is he? He's nowhere. That's why Bushal should have started. This is more proof for me that Bushal should have been starting the match. I mean, you know, Saudi getting a point in their first game is still fine, because of course they can qualify through beating, you know, Cabo Verde. Just beat Cabo Verde, you get 4 points, you can get to the next round. So let's hope that that's what they do. Let's hope also that Cabo Verde don't really play well against Uruguay. You know, they need to go in bad form into the next game for sure. And Dino, just checked out this S&P editions. Is amazing. Thanks, CD. I appreciate that. Yeah, it took me quite a bit. Yeah, I added quite a lot to it, to the pool rooms, and also a couple of other things as well. And open the betting on this match. Oh, yeah, the betting. I've completely forgot about that. Okay, sure, I'll do it. I mean, it's technically free. Oops, everyone can see my stupid thing there. I need to get on the stupid other tab here. There we go. Okay. I guess there was not really any... No, there's not really anything there that's, you know, revealing, I guess. Don't know why I was saying oops. It's not that bad. Okay, let's go to dashboard for this. Also, who gave the thing? I think Jackson Ryan give you 500 points back for using the Redeem Sue thing. So let me give you that back. Here's another chance of Spain. Yamal passing it through, and it's going to be Alois who tackles the ball away. It's going to be a shot by Pedri to space. Absolutely disgusting shot there from him. Or it wasn't Pedri. Who was that, Bein? I thought it was Pedri who did the shot. Okay. Guess not. Spain, ESP, and KSA, which is KSA. I did predict for this match 2-2. So we'll have to wait and see if that's going to be the case here. Okay, there we go. It's open now. And also, let me give back Jackson 500 points. I think you got 500. Let me just check. Okay, let me look through here. Jackson. Jack. Okay. Jackson, let me give you 1 point. I think maybe you used all your points. I don't know. If I find you in the user base, I'll give you points, okay? I'll give them to you. I can't see you at the moment there. And, yeah, I don't know why I can't see you on the thing, to be honest. This is going to be back to Spain's defense. W's. What do you mean? Wi-Fi, I think you did, didn't you do the Redeem Sue? Who did the Redeem Sue? I think it was you. Yeah. By the way, I don't have a score, thing, the assist board, goal board at the moment. Just for now, again, customizing the setup a little bit more. For the Portugal game, it'll all be back. Everything will look way better. I'll try and make all the UI look clean and stuff on the screen. And it's going to be cleared away by Saudi there. Nice clearance. And I predicted a draw. Remember that Portugal one? It's all over again. Yeah, hopefully it's going to be like the Portugal game. Here we go. It's going to be Ferris just trying to get the ball from a pass from El Jawer. It's just terrible from El Jawer. I don't know what's going on. And to be honest, this is why Hamdan should be starting as well. Like, some of the quality up front here for Saudi is absolutely abysmal without him. Like, he was, as soon as he came on, high press, he was brilliant in that game. I got to say, he was really good. I really enjoyed watching Hamdan for the final 5 minutes he was on. And hi, Silly Bob, welcome stream. If I wake up early, I'm going to wake up to so much food. W's, let's go. Baked so much pizzas for the event. W's, let's go. And hopefully Saudi score 50 goals, and that's the only goal from Spain. Yeah, definitely it's going to happen. Yeah, I do believe Spain's probably going to win this. I'm going to be real here. I mean, if they don't win, then that's just awful from them. They should be, as favorites. Everyone is putting them as favorites, and they really should be, getting the win. Oyarzabal with the assist, by the way, actually was, not Bein. And Yodano, am I first in the Footmob Predictions League? Let me check. I actually need to be making sure I'm not pulling up the wrong thing there as well for the XI. Footmob. Okay, everyone smashed like as well. I actually got a couple of predictions correct. I gotta say, I've moved up the ranks here. I'm in third. First is Angel with 46 points and 4 correct predictions. Cameron second with 44 points and 2 correct predictions. I'm third with 38 points with 2 correct predictions. So far good, to be honest. And you're named Angel. Oh, so Rishan, you are first. Yeah, 4 correct predictions. Well done, man. I predicted 1-1 actually for this game. I might have lowered the scoreline, maybe because I thought, I remember why. Saudi is playing a back 5, so I thought it was going to be much more defensive. How can you concede like that with a back 5, though? I got to say, that's pretty poor. With a back 5, conceding a tap in like that is just not, it shouldn't be like that, to be honest. And you can't change your name. You can actually. You can go, you click on the points next to your user profile on the top right. So you click on your points, and then there's a thing that says edit name, and you click on that, and then you can edit your name. So yeah, it's like it shows your points on the top right, and then yeah. It's going to be a catch by Alois, another save from him, and it's going to be a goalkeeper throw/distribution. Yamal just showing his skill there. He crosses the ball in. He has been decent in the game, as much as I want to hate on him. I can't hate on him when he's being good, Always got to give players credit where credit's due. Alois, brilliant save, and it's going to be cleared away by Al Amri. Over to Saud Abdulhamid, and he wins a throw-in for Saudi. If it's a draw or loss for Saudi, it's rigged. I mean, I don't think it's going to be rigged. I don't think it's rigged. Definitely Saudi is not the better side here going into this match. I hope they win, At halftime, I'll put on my Saudi t-shirt as well. Though it kind of doesn't show up on the green screen. I might not put it on, to be honest, because it doesn't show up, but just know I've got one. The fact that Pamal fans are comparing him against Ronaldo, I know, just ignore it at this point. Everyone, you can clearly see most people who, by the way, do hate on Ronaldo, I believe are actually paid off to hate on them. Like, I actually think half the comments are actually from bot farms. And the reason I think that is most accounts were created, minutes or hours before the comment. So it's really just, I feel like it is a bot farm, actually, where they're creating bot accounts to try and sway public persuasion into, being favored towards Messi. I do believe that is the case, actually. And I think it's actually pretty obvious. The more you look at some of the, the more you look into it, the more you're going to realize. That's all I'll say. The more you actually look into it properly, because, in the end, I don't get all of the pundits during in the World Cup are from Barca. They've played at Barca before. Every single pundit either is from Barca or they have some affiliation with Ronaldo disliking him. And that is a missed chance there for Oyarzabal. Very open chance, actually. Alois comes out with a nice save. But yeah, all the pundits from Barca, Henry's thing absolutely made no sense. You're scoring for yourself. What the heck does scoring for yourself mean, by the way? What does that mean? Scoring for yourself. Whenever you score a goal, by the way, isn't that increasing the team's score to help your team win? I don't know. Maybe I don't understand how football works, where when you score a goal, it makes the team go up in points. So, Yamal, for example, right now, he scored a goal. He's scoring for himself, He absolutely scored that goal for himself. That was 100% only for him, and not for Spain. That didn't help out Spain in any way, that goal right there. That is only for himself. You can do it for anyone. Even Mbappe's selfish goals don't make sense. What is a selfish goal? Mbappe scoring for himself. What does that mean? Like, what? Yeah, and Henry paid to say those comments. I mean, to be honest, I actually feel so. I actually feel like he was. Because, I mean, I know Henry's got sort of like a little bit of hate towards Ronaldo, but, I mean, just that comment doesn't even make sense. And then backtracking it a day later as well is actually crazy. Portugal versus Argentina is crazy. I mean, if that happens, that'd be insane. No joke. And, not gonna lie, who's going to win? Probably Spain. Delvin, probably Spain. Welcome stream, by the way. Hope you're doing good. João Neves and Bruno hate so unnecessary, though. It's reach on all the hate to João Neves and Bruno is 100% not by Ronaldo fans. I can assure you it's not. I can assure you that all of the comments, some of them are, but not all of them. Majority of them are by these bot accounts that are being made hours beforehand. Like, there are bot accounts on Diogo Jota's comment page saying pass to Ronaldo. Bro isn't like, rest in peace, Diogo Jota. Like, what does that even mean? How is he's not even in the team. Like, it's just disgusting, really, how they're even writing that, and they think that's excusable as a, even some form of banter or whatever, trying to clown Ronaldo. I mean, clown Ronaldo any other way, but disrespecting someone like that, it's crazy. And have you seen the AI vid where Henry was scared and Ronaldo was confronting him? No, I have not seen that. Yeah, definitely a good clearance there by Lajami. Definitely think, though, Saudi's going to be sort of disrupted here by a set piece or something like this, because, to be honest, yeah, it's not looking good so far for Saudi. They're very on the back foot in this game so far. 20 minutes in. It's cross going in. Back post header. Oyarzabal. Dani Olmo passing it over. It's going to be controlled by Oyarzabal. He gets it, and it's a tap in for him. And it's going to be 2-0. Yeah, not looking good, guys. Let's just say that. GG's, it's done. Saudi should fire this coach. All I'm going to say is Saudi should fire this coach. This guy is absolutely disgusting coach. Not playing Bashal, not playing Ayman, playing washed up Salam, playing washed up Ferris, playing Kaibari. Shouldn't even be playing Lajami. Like, how are these guys playing? Like, you've got Ayman, you've got Bashal, you've got Nawaf Al-Akidi, you've got, Mumdash, who I would say is actually performing this season. Kano, who's not starting. Like, how are these players not starting? But you've got Salam starting, who has one of the worst seasons, I think, in Saudi football this season. It was an awful season for him, in his, terms. And I knew this demolition, no way Spain will live with 0. Yeah, exactly. I think the same event's actually going to happen for Portugal. In the next game, we'll see Portugal score a ton of goals. At least I'm hoping that, because it's going to be the same mentality, You got to show the fans that you're in it. You got to show the fans that you actually have something for this game. So, you're going to really play and try hard. And that's why I think Portugal in the next game will get 4 or 5 goals against Uzbekistan, stamp their foot really into the game. Same as Spain here. They're going to stamp the foot into the game. It's going to be goal given there for Spain. I mean, I don't know why the VAR would check in that, to be honest. It was pretty clear for Oyarzabal. And that Henry argument was so stupid. It's the striker instinct. And also, how would you have seen Bruno behind him? And by Henry's argument, if Ronaldo scored it, that would have been a goal for Portugal only. I know, exactly. If Ronaldo scored that goal, by the way, it would have been the winner. So, it doesn't really make sense he's scoring for himself, but it would have been the winner to give them 3 points in the group to help them advance to the next round of the World Cup. Yeah, Henri's literally, I mean, bro's turned on Barca brain and, left his body behind, How is El Khaibari even, how is Garib not selected, by the way? That guy, the GOAT Garib, is not selected. That guy would be tearing up Spain at the moment. Like, no joke, he would be skilling, Pedro Porro, Rodri, Cabarsi. Garib would actually score like 3 goals in this match. No joke. No joke. Garib would have scored 3 goals. This is going to be over the left-hand side. It's going to be with Bein. Passing it over, now over to Porro. Porro controlling the ball up. It's going to go for a cross. It's going to be back post. Cucurella passing to Dani Olmo. It's going to be a header. Oyarzabal, another goal. It's going to be 3-0. Yeah, it's done. It's done. It's done. See you later, Saudi. Hope you had fun in this World Cup. Actually, it's technically they're not out yet. They can win against Cabo Verde. They just got to win against Cabo Verde now, to be honest, Saudi. They need to lock in here, really, because... And hope Uruguay beats, Cabo Verde, because that is really... this is poor. This is a poor match for them. Like, just disgusting so far. Disgusting, just allowing that defense to go through. What are the defenders doing? Just allowing so much space. There's too much, static. The players are moving. Cucurella crosses it in. Dani Olmo, just passing it to Oyarzabal, who's onside there. Definitely a good idea to not play Ferran Torres. That guy is like a stick on the field who can't score. And you predicted 3-0, though. I hope no one scores now. It's going to be like 7-0. I'm not even joking. It's going to be 7-0 here with this current, play. They're going to get Qatar'd. And fun fact, I've spent 5,570,220 food on my gold island. Wow, W, silly Bob. And yeah, Saudi's cooked. Sorry, guys. We're done. We're done. Unfortunately. Sadly, we're done. Let's just, hope it doesn't get too bad. Hopefully they get a consolation goal. I'm hoping maybe Bushal or Ayman can score something just to, get some consolation here. But, guys, like, all I'll say is just don't concede anymore. Take it to the next round. You need the goal difference, to be a little bit higher than this for the 3rd place position. So you're going to have to, in the next round against Cabo Verde, actually score a couple of goals there, to be honest, because, you really need the goal difference up a little bit. These guys are not going to qualify otherwise, to be honest. Salam, how in the world are you starting, man? How in the world are you starting? Jeez Louise. Oyarzabal 3 goals and assist. I know. Oyarzabal getting on the thing, actually, to be honest. Who do we put him on instead of Cunha? I'll put him on instead of Cunha at the moment, to be honest. I will. I think Oyarzabal so far in the game has been better. I know he can play, he's a striker mainly. I guess I'll put him in left wing. Maybe Undav as the left mid there. Oyarzabal's the left wing on the side. It just doesn't really make sense what formation Saudi's really playing. Who they're playing on the team, to be honest, is really just poor. I'm really disappointed with this coach. Just the coach is awful. Sack the coach. Donis doesn't know what he's doing. That's all I can say. They're showing Yamal on the camera here. I mean, the guy scored a goal, but Oyarzabal should be the one being shown here. He's scored 2 goals and got an assist. Yet Yamal is the focal point of this entire game. I actually cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. They're just showing Yamal's replay. Oyarzabal's got 2 goals. He has 2 goals and an assist. Why are we not looking at Oyarzabal's stuff? Actually insane how much they glaze that guy. Jeez Louise. That's why the first game with Spain made no sense. That's even FIFA even had 2 of their players to answer questions and match fit. Exactly. It just doesn't make sense, to be honest. How in the world are you drawing to Cabo Verde when you've got this, ability here? Like, what it seems like? It almost seems like that they're showing the Spain without Yamal equals a draw or bad performance. Spain with Yamal equals good performance. I mean, here, it doesn't matter if Yamal's starting or not. They're scoring 2 goals regardless. So, yeah. Spain fans glaze Yamal so much. More like Barca fans glaze Yamal so much. Not even Spain fans. Straight up, it's just Barca fans. Read your comment, sorry, Rishan. That FIFA rule change of ranking groups is decided by head-to-head matches first instead of goals. I know. I really don't like the decision of head-to-head because it knocks out teams early like Turkey. It also knocks out Haiti, I believe, as well. Now, again, do I believe they should be knocked out? Yeah, I do believe Haiti should be knocked out. I do believe Turkey should be knocked out. Do I want to see them in the next round? I mean, give them a fair shot, go to the final match day. Make the final match day more entertaining instead of knocking out teams in the second match day instead. I just really think it's a poor decision, really, to have, round 2 matches knocked out, whereas it should really be, all round 3 games where, all the drama should be there. Makes the 3rd game more interesting with goal difference. So yeah, it's pretty upsetting, you know, to see that they've removed that. Though I do get the side of it, you know, Canada versus Qatar, for example, 6-0, and then they might not do that. But I mean, it's individual performance. You could get, for example, Cabo Verde getting a draw against Spain. You know, it doesn't make sense really why they even implemented it when, you know, that's a possibility. You know, that's a possibility. So Spain didn't get their goal difference up. Now they're going to get it up against Saudi, but, you know, they didn't get it up against Cabo Verde. So, you know, really, it's no real sense at all. I mean, you know, Saudi can still come back. 3 goals is on the table when the GOAT Hamdan appears and Ayman. You know, they're going to make a real difference here in this game. Let's just say that. And Portugal 1 draw. They dropped 4 places. Spain 1 draw equals no change. I know. And Spain's draws against a worse opponent as well. Just doesn't make sense, man. It's just unnecessary hate. That's why you just got to ignore it at this point. You know, even Ronaldo's ignoring it. He said the team's united. I believe Ronaldo, the team's united. You know, the hate is just from, you know, fake accounts, you know, people trying to extort the situation to make it look worse than it is. So yeah. And hi, Ruby. Welcome to stream. Hope you're doing good. You got Rebro W's. Let's go. And what do you mean no penalty shootout? Nah, there's penalty shootouts in the knockout stages, just not in the group stage, obviously. Never in the group stage there's a pen shootout. I'm a little bit disappointed as well by Al Juwair, I think, and Saud Abdelhamid. They're not really shown themselves in the 2 matches here. I feel like they should be much better than they are. Saud's getting absolutely outpaced on that left-hand side. I would be subbing him off for Bashal, just a little bit more pace on him. The fullbacks are pretty awful in today's game, and that's why, you know, Spain have scored. They've actually scored because of the fullback errors, which, of course, was Saud and Al Harbi, which is why, you know, again, Bashal and Ayman should be starting. Bashal left back, Ayman right back. You know, I don't know why that's not the case. We're not playing Al Nassr players who literally won the league. Stupid dumb coach. And I wouldn't be surprised if Portugal destroys... Yeah, exactly. Jack, that's why I'm saying the same thing. Portugal's going to do a Spain in the next game, for sure. I very feel confident on it, that they're going to, you know, prove everyone wrong. We're going to get a strong performance against Uzbekistan. We're going to see 4 or 5 goals. Not because, of course, Uzbekistan's weaker. I don't think that's the reason why. It'll be because they've not got a good game in their first one. They want to absolutely win the second one. They need to, you know, the hunger's there. It's going to be, you know, the players are going to be hungry. It's going to be all out attack most of the game, I'm hoping. I was really hoping that, though, a slim chance of if we win that game only 2-0, you know, Ronaldo gets the winner or whatever, then the Roberto Martinez might be sacked. I really hope he can get sacked and Jorge Jesus comes in. I mean, it's going to be there's almost no chance of that happening, but man, Jesus would absolutely win the World Cup with us. And there's a reason why, not just because of his, you know, placement of Ronaldo in the games and playing João Felix, but just because he is so attacking and Portugal needs to attack more. He plays fluid football at the front. You know, he would be ultra attacking with that team. You know, our team's defense is weak. It's not really a defending team, though the players play like it is. It's an attacking team. It's a pressing team. You know, so we need an attacking coach, Roberto Martinez, defensive coach. That's why I really like Jorge Jesus. And I really, you know, man, if Roberto Martinez got sacked and we got Jesus, we're winning. And imagine Jesus might have become the best manager. I'm not even joking. The best manager of all time if he won the World Cup, if he joined us. I'm not joking. He wins the league, both first seasons joining as a manager, won the league first season as Benfica, 2 of the longest winning streaks in history as well of football, and also has would win the World Cup on his first appearance in the World Cup as a coach. Imagine that. I mean, like, I don't know what you need more as a career for a coach to really be considered great. I mean, Sir Alex Ferguson's probably the greatest of all time. Jorge Jesus would be up there in the greats, though, for sure, I would say, if he had that, you know, capability to win the World Cup coming in as a, you know, replacement. Imagine that, man. Like, just the scenes of it would be crazy. And João Felix needs to start next to Ronaldo. Exactly. What I'm planning here for the formation, let me pull up the XI builder here. I'll go and save this, by the way, just so we, of course, save this for the next thing. I'm going to make a new XI. So what I'm imagining here is, so we're going to get the Portugal lineup from last game. So this was our lineup last game. What I'm going to change, probably the first person I'm going to put on is Ruben Diaz instead of Rojo there. I think Ruben Diaz will definitely help out. Renato Vega was great last game. I'm going to replace Cancelo with Semedo. Cancelo is not a team player. He is not a team guy. What's that guy in Man City? That guy from Portugal in Man City, man. What's his name? I forgot his name. Nunes. Actually, Nunes. I play Mateus Nunes. I don't know if is he in the team? I can't remember. My brain's not braining today. I've actually had no sleep today, basically, guys. Only 2 hours. I was awake since yesterday and still today. So yeah, I play Mateus Nunes. And then what I'd say midfield, keep it the same, though. I really dislike this guy so much. I was saying it last season. I said it last year during the Nations League that this guy is not who people think he is. You know, everyone's glazing him as the best midfielder. No, he's not who he says he is. This guy is a very stat paddy player who just likes to stat pad passes at the back and doesn't really, you know, creation ability is very minute in terms of, you know, other midfielders we have. Bruno, creation ability is great. I mean, didn't do in the first game, but it was really good. Not playing Bernardo. That guy's washed up. Get out of the team, mate. Get out of the team, you disgusting player. I do not want to see Bernardo touch the field at all. That guy does not know how to play a piece of football in his life. João Felix, I actually want to play... I want us to play 2 AMs. More so, I feel like if we play 2 AMs and then have Neto sort of like as a versatile winger, either on this side or this side, and then João rotating more into like this side as well, and then he can also drop over here. Maybe even João like here, and then Neto here, because he's more, you know, he can go out here, but he can also play AM and playmaker with Bruno. I would even say play Ruben Neves over Vitinha, just because Ruben Neves is a, you know, defensive midfielder that we need, you know, in terms of ability maker. His long crosses are great. He was great for Halal, though they're not going to start, obviously. He's not going to start. Vitinha's going to definitely start. I don't know about Neto, to be honest. I mean, I would actually prefer Trincao to start. Then the reason I say Trincao is just, I feel like he's a better player. I think he's a better player. 4-4-2 is more realistic, bro. The problem is how we fit Bruno. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it could go like this. João can play left wing. I mean, that's one of his positions. And then, of course, Nuno Mendes drops up high, and then João Felix comes in. Ronaldo dropping deep, drawing the players. João Felix comes up. Neves, back post, you know, box crasher, comes up to the back right corner. And then, of course, Trincao's available to receive the cross on the outside. Also cut in and maybe cross. And then, of course, Bruno's outside the box to play make. You know, he can come there. Nuno can pass to him. Bruno can pass, goal. Or, you know, cross over, Neves header, back post, Ronaldo drawing the players. That's what you can sort of do. And then Renato Veiga, of course, one of his positions is left back, so he can cover for Nuno Mendes as he comes up high. Vitinha drops into centre-back role. And, of course, if Ruben Neves is there, he can do that. And then Mateus Nunes is sort of covering, you know, more defensively there. I feel like it could work like that, you know, for sure. I can see that happening in terms of where they're playing, but... just, I feel like it's got to be free-flowing, you know? We need to see some free-flowing gameplay, you know? Compared to last time, it wasn't really free-flowing, so I want to see that happening, for sure. But yeah, let's go clear that lineup. I'm going to pull up back to the live form lineup there. Just a bit disappointed currently in the match, to be honest. I'm really sort of disappointed in Saudi's gameplay at the moment. It's not great. And did I watch Japan's game? Oh, yeah, I've watched every game still. By the way, guys, I have still watched every game. The problem is, I would stream them, but it's just so tiring to stream the match. Like, streaming is actually very tiring to do if you do it continually, because it's actually an exhausting thing to do. Not only does your voice run out pretty quickly, but it uses a lot of energy. A lot of people don't realize it actually does use a lot. Oh, Alois with a brilliant save there, by the way. It's going to be cleaned up by Saud Abdulhamid, sending it long. And do I play the ukulele? No, unfortunately. And also, your favorite theory is Oraculele. Fair enough, Ahmed. I actually love Oraculele, I gotta say. And reports indicate that Martinez will step down from his position. Yes, he will be stepping down. And Jorge Jesus has emerged as the leading candidate to take the job. Take it now, please, Jesus. Just get rid of him, please. Please get rid of Roberto and bring in Jesus. I mean, I've seen Jesus. I didn't know Jesus was leaving. I said Roberto Martinez is the guy for the job because I didn't know Jesus was leaving Al Nassr. But now I know he's leaving Al Nassr 100%. Get him in, man. He is way better. Way better. And hi, Scotty. Shout out for being Titanium T-Rex member. Hope you're doing good. And wait, I'll finish reading Jack's comment. I forgot to say that. Did you watch Japan's game? Because the national team know what it is to play as a team, all working to get the job done. Portugal should take a page from them. Exactly. Japan play as a synergized team, and that's something as well that Argentina do great. As much as, you know, we can hate on Argentina and all that sort of stuff, blah, blah, blah. They do play as a team. They play for their players. You know, they play for the national team. And, you know, you can see the results there. You can see the results regardless of the controversial decisions and all that. They do usually win the game without the controversial decisions anyway. They don't really all the time need them against the hardest teams. They sort of utilize them a little bit more. Last World Cup, for example, but, against teams like Algeria, I don't know what the case would have been if Messi got the red card because there would have only been one goal in the match. But I still assume they would have scored from someone else because Algeria was disgustingly bad in that match. And Dani Olmo getting through on a breakaway. Yamal getting ready to take a shot. He's going to hold the ball up, passing it over to Pedri. He's onside there. Might be called offside. Don't know. Pedri holding the ball. Pedri inside the box, crossing to Dani Olmo. Back to Yamal. And I got 2 diplomas on my name. W's, Scotty, let's go. We out of there. So, W's. Yamal, Pedri, Yamal. Back to Rodri. To be honest, do you want to know something, guys, as well? Most of the Saudi fans want Portugal to win the World Cup as well. Because, majority of them are Al Nassr fans, A. Or B, since Ronaldo came here, he bolstered the league up a ton. They respect him so much. They want Portugal to win. The only ones that really don't are Al Hilal fans, obviously, because Saudi national team's basically just Al Hilal. Because most of their players are just getting on based on the fact that they're playing at Al Hilal. But yeah, definitely most people want Portugal to win. So I don't think they really don't mind too much where they get out in the competition. They would obviously don't want to lose too badly here, and, they want to get to the round of 32 at least. That would probably be their aims, but they want Portugal to win this World Cup just as much as, we do, any of them do want to win it exactly the same. And hopefully Hordes is the manager in the knockout stage. I know. Hopefully he's the manager after the Uzbekistan game, man. Imagine Jesus attacking football with, the likes of João Felix, Ronaldo in the national team combination, plus, of course, Nuno Mendes. Leao, get that stinker off the field, man. That guy, Leao, is so washed. I'm sorry, Leao, man. As much as I respect you for a person, I really love Leao as a person. I think he's a great guy. I just feel like you need to come to Al Nassr and you need to have the Felix revolution, my guy. You need to come to Al Nassr, play here for a couple of years, get the Felix, treatment where he became better, and then go back out into the national team. But yeah, for sure. Definitely, I'd love to see that. And hi, Pero, welcome to stream. I don't know why you're writing swear words there, man. Fair enough. Okay. Let me delete those. Okay. Yeah, just a chance by Yamal. And Fernando Santos was a bigger fraud. Yeah, Fernando Santos was worse than Roberto Martinez, for sure. And like my Insta, I need likes. Didn't I like your Instagram, Scotty? I swear I did. Fair enough. And hi, Alfie. Welcome to stream. Hope you're doing good. Apologies for the language in the chat there, guys. I don't know why Pero was getting pressed. I'm not, hating on Spain. I only dislike Yamal on the team, to be honest, and Rodri. Only 2 players I dislike. The rest of them I don't mind, to be fair. I don't mind. As much as Pedri and Olmo play for Barca, I actually like Olmo because, again, scouted him myself from, I think it was FIFA 20 or 19. I think it was 20. And then, of course, Pedri, I think he's a great player. Laporte played at Al Nassr, so I obviously respect him, Kubarsi I actually like. I actually feel sorry for Kubarsi still, when Rafinha stole his goal in the Champions League. Should have really scored that for himself. And it was a good chance by Saudi. Hopefully they can get back into this game, though, for sure. And, cursing in the stream. Exactly. 86k seconds is crazy. I only did 10 seconds, so yeah. It's obviously just a Spanish fan that thinks I'm, hating, but, I'm not. Just the players I dislike, really, Yamal and Rodri. Yeah, what an umpty, bro. I actually wanted Spain to play Raya as instead of Unai Simon to help them out, Raya is a better goalkeeper, it doesn't really make sense what Luis de la Fuente is actually doing, not playing him, by the way. Also, Cucurella, I gotta say, there was some Barca fans blaming Cucurella for the draw. Give me a break. Cucurella did not do anything towards the, draw there. He was actually one of the best players in that Cabo Verde game. Again, Cucurella, I'm actually starting to like him a little bit more, it's what I said, he's one of those players that you hate when he's not playing for your team, but you love when he's playing for your team. He's one of those guys, I think Leao last game purposely downplayed his game. Not once did he run past the defenders and challenge to get the ball up front. Exactly. Exactly. It was back on what I was saying before the swear words there. Leao was just awful. He was like a cone. And I don't know how none of these pundits were talking about it. Bro gets subbed on and did nothing. And, you know, as well, Goncalo Ramos, he got subbed on and did nothing. And they was subbed on like 70th minute, by the way, or 76th minute. They're saying that Ronaldo was the problem there. Where was Goncalo? You know, was he bringing the ball up the field? No. Was he receiving the ball? He didn't. I think he touched the ball like twice in the whole game. You know, he touched the ball maybe even once. It just, there was nothing from him. You know, Leao didn't dribble past a single player. Bernardo Silva had a 5.9 rating in the first half. He was awful. He was the worst player on the field by far. Vitinha, stat padding. João Neves, you know, scored a header goal and then, you know, thinks he's him suddenly. Who else? We got Cancelo, who's so super selfish. Like, I mean, I gotta give an excuse to Nuno Mendes. I'll excuse a bad game from him. I'll excuse a bad game. He's been brilliant every other time for Portugal. He stepped up when we needed him. So I'm assuming next game he'll step up when we need him. And hi, Hey, welcome stream. Hope you're doing good. And you just checked. I did like the post W, Scotty. Yeah, I told you. And by the way, you know, Pat God is making a diss on Faltland, Creek, Kalis, and Steak. Okay, I don't know who they are, but fair enough. No Barca player has scored except Yamin Lammel. The guy's name is not Spanish. He's just some little bro. I mean, fair enough. And your guys are going to be a draw, right? Definitely going to be a draw, 100%. 100%. I mean, I hope, I wish, but yeah. It's not going to be a draw, Abhay. You should predict a Spanish win. They're currently 3-0 up. Saudi's not the best. Unfortunately, I don't know why they're not doing... See how they did the KSA abbreviation here? Don't know why they're not doing it in the actual match. I did it for this match on my scoreboard, and they did it for the last Saudi match, but then they've changed it to SAU, and I believe the reasoning was because people didn't understand what KSA stood for. Specifically, American viewers didn't understand what it stood for, so they changed it to SAU. Same with ESP. It wasn't understood what it stood for, so they changed it to SPA, I believe, which doesn't really make sense because it's always been ESP and KSA. They've always been the abbreviations for Spain and Saudi, always. And also, the pundits are all FIFA lackeys. Their job is purposely... I mean, all of them are played at Barca at one point, you know, so, you know, it's pretty clear what the agenda is there. We can say that. Again, I'm not even defending Ronaldo's performance as well. Like, I mean, it's just a mediocre performance because he didn't touch the ball, really. Like, what else is he supposed to do? If anything, it's, you know, it's a whole team fault that, you know, the team should have been better. Ronaldo should have hit the ball a little bit more on target in one of the shots, I'd say. The other one really wasn't his fault. The Conceição first pass across, where Conceição passed it almost behind him, that was not his fault. I don't know why he's getting the blame for that shot. But yeah, and people saying he was passing to Bruno, Conceição was not passing to Bruno. The pace on that ball was to Ronaldo. You know, it wasn't booting it behind Ronaldo to Bruno. And Henry saying Bruno had a tap in there. Well, where was the tap in? Bruno was further back with more defenders marking him. But yeah, definitely, I mean, you know, Ronaldo was still, I think it was fine. I honestly think he deserved like maybe a 7 rating or a 6.8. He really, you know, didn't really need to touch the ball much. When he touched the ball, he actually had an impact of, you know, creating some space in the field. You know, he was dropping deep. I don't know why people as well. That was another myth I want to get busted right now. You know, I'm like myth busting the Portugal game. He dropped deep. You know, I don't know why they're saying he didn't. He clearly did in the game multiple times. It just shows to me that the pundits that are commentating these matches actually didn't watch the match altogether. That's how much, you know, it's the dislikes there. Clearance there. Spain has momentum just completely only, by the way, in this game. Not really any moment. Hey, yo, what the heck was... There were 2 balls on the field. What? Bein was just dribbling a ball the same time as Pedri. What? There was literally 2 balls on the left wing. They were both dribbling and then Bein kicks it out. What? Because you're marked? That is insane. How did the referee not stop the game for that? What? Unless it was an optical illusion and I'm not seeing correctly. I swear they were dribbling 2 balls there. No way, man. Rodri crossing the ball over to Porro. And anyway, back to this game. I know I'm getting obsessed with the Portugal game. I mean, I just wanted to get off my chest. I've been, you know, didn't say it in the actual Portugal stream. I just wanted to say it now before, you know, our next one. I don't want to rant in the actual Portugal stream. Use this stream as sort of like a small ranter stream, I guess, for that game, I guess. But yeah. And Loki want more people voting on the other things. So if Spain wins, we can get more points. Spain is going to win, though. So, I mean, it would be kind of silly not to vote for them, I guess. Cucurella crossing the ball, and it's going to be a block by Saldo, and it's going to be a corner for Spain. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 4-0 from the set piece. And Bruno's never had an assist to Ronaldo in all tournaments he's played with Portugal. That is crazy. What a crazy stat. Thing is, I actually like Bruno as well, but just, I don't know, man. I don't know, maybe, we can never tell what's going on in the dressing room as well. We don't know. We can never know. Maybe they're friends. Maybe it's just, that's a coincidental stat people exploiting as much as it shouldn't be. One thing I do know going on in this Saudi dressing room, though, is that Al Hilal players get absolute preferential treatment here. Good counter-attack for Saudi. It's going to be cleared away there. It's going to be a throw-in for Saudi. It's a nice bring up the field there by El Harabi. Just, again, Bashar would have brained that a little bit better than him. Yamal coming back defensively to clean that up. Don't know how you'll let Yamal defend you up there, El Harabi. I mean, man, you got to, lock in. Lajami going to do a deep throw in here. This guy's known for them, of course, how we conceded our goal to Al Hilal, where he threw the ball straight in, and it was bent our own goal, basically. It's going to be Lajami throwing it in. It's going to be almost a header. Controlled outside the box, and Salam sends it to Spain, who clear the ball away. It's going to be controlled up there in the back by Tambakti. Can't just bring the ball forward, boys. You got 2 minutes left in this half, less than 2 minutes. Just give it your all just for the final bits of the half here, score a goal. And my arm is hurting because of the heated iron, because my dad or my older brother left it on my stupid Mind IC. And give me back my 500 points. Oh, use it for the sewer, didn't work. Yeah, sure. Again, I forgot to say, yeah, that thing's still not working currently. So anyone who does use the suit, did you? Wait a second, let me see. When did you do it? Because I can see if you used it or not. Let me check. Nah, I don't see the Sue on here. I don't see the Sue on here. And you use my 500 on draw and another 500 in Sue. No, I'm not falling for that. I mean, maybe use 500 on draw, I guess, but I mean, I can't refund that one, unfortunately. Yeah, you did bet. Did you? Wait a second, let me find your draw one. You bet 510. Yeah, you did. Where's the Sue one, though? I don't see the message. Let me check. Wait, I can go into channel activity here. Let me find it. Predict all draw. Nah, you didn't use the Sue one. Nah, I can see all the messages. Yeah. I've looked at all the messages on the last 3 streams, and since I added the Sue one, and it's not there. No, it's not there. I can see it. You didn't use it. I know you didn't. God. Yeah. It's going to be a collection there by Unai Simon. Don't, please, can you send me keys for dipsters? Yeah, I will, when we go into mobile and the stream for MSM later. Don't worry, we're going to do an MSM stream after the stream, so no probs there. Don't worry, guys, I'm not going to fall for any tricks this time, I feel like I've got, on one of the streams, I fell for someone. You think it didn't go? No, it absolutely, if you wrote redeem, it would absolutely show up in the channel activity, because I put on global channel activity and it wasn't there. So yeah, I know. Can I get 100? No, I'm not giving away points. Sorry, man. You gotta earn them fairly, otherwise it'll be unfair to everyone else, yeah, for sure. But yeah, W's MSM stream, it's gonna be at 9:30 p.m. GMT +3. It's currently 8 p.m. GMT +3 in about 8 minutes. So yeah, can you add me on mobile when the stream starts? Unfortunately, AIM, I can't, because my mobile friends list is full. But you can be in the request tab, which is currently what I'm going to set at. Let's pause the time for half time there as well. Now, I don't actually know how to reset the timer here for halftime. Let me check this out, because, yeah, it's kind of, see how it's set at 51 seconds. So I don't know really here, to be honest, how to set this timer settings. I don't know. Oh, I can manually set it here, so 40, okay, I see. So now if I press play, it should really, okay, there we go, nice. Yeah, okay, that works. Okay, cool. I was just making sure it works, because I didn't want to have where the timer's not working out. I've never used this new scoreboard, by the way, so it's like a learning experience for all of us, I guess, at the same time. Saudis still got a chance, and nah, they don't, Franco, unfortunately, sadly. And yeah. And also, hi, Jackson. Yeah, welcome back. Change it on 8:30. No, I cannot change it to 8:30, because that would be during the Spain game. So, unfortunately, I can't do that, Jackson, man. And you're getting some big lag spikes. Yeah, sorry about, sometimes there's some lag. I don't know why it does that. By the way, everyone, make sure to smash like if you haven't already. Yeah, MSM stream today. It's going to be getting all the dipsters on Mirror Plant Island or mobile. We're going to get a ton of dipsters, as many as we can. I think it's 70. And then, of course, we're going to fill the rest of the island with a couple of other monsters. It might be a callback for any of the OG people, anyone who's checked the original videos on this channel. You'll know we get there, you know. But yeah, it's going to be hyped to do that because I'm going to bigify all the dipsters as well. It's going to be big. It's going to be massive, as they say. And Yo, Dino, could you see my eFootball goals at the end of the stream? I wouldn't have time in this one, Rishon. Can we do it in the Portugal match? Because I don't have 2 streams on the Portugal match for that day. And there we go. Yamal is the 8th youngest player to score at a World Cup. 18 years, 343 days. Pele's the youngest at 17 years, 239 days. And then it's Manuel Rosas. And then I think Gavi? I think Gavi was on there. Wow. And Dynac used to give me 500 points. I just want to test the Sue. The Sue doesn't work. The Sue doesn't work. I promise you. I know it doesn't. And yeah, what's good, Ruby? Yeah, what's good? And can you send me 3 keys on mobile? I unfortunately cannot send 3 keys. You can only send 1, and I did promise Ruby I'd send them. So yeah, when we get on mobile, I'll send Ruby. But yeah, max is 1. Al-Harabi is just not doing... They've spelt his... On BBC, they spelt Al-Harabi's name wrong. What the heck? They called him Al-Harabil. But yeah, he's just not even man-marking Yamal. What is he doing? He just looks away from Yamal, and there's just open space for him to just get a tap in. Like, he's there, right? He's there. Yamal is here. Pretend this is Al-Harabi. This is Yamal. Instead of marking this guy here, Yamal, he goes and looks this way, away from the goal, and runs off that way, and Yamal's just got the goal this way, so he runs that way. Bashal, starter, oh my goodness, Bashal would not make that mistake, let's just say that for sure. And, my prediction was correct if no one scores now. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. Saudi's probably going to play very defensive in the second half. I mean, they should really just go all-out attack, you know. No harm in trying. Bring on Ayman, bring on Bashal, bring on Hamdan. We need the NASA boys to come in and make an effect. And could I stream on Twitch too, Dino? Yeah, I will. I, again, haven't really had time. I know I promised to do it, and maybe in one of the streams before, but I just haven't found really the time to set that up where it's working properly. I'm just now getting all the stuff to look nice on the YouTube one. And plus, if I streamed on Twitch, I probably wouldn't tell anyone on YouTube because, you know, if I'm streaming on Twitch, it would purely just be for people to find new people because YouTube is my gang, you know. YouTube's the family, you know, they're the fam. And Iman kind of sounds like your YouTube name. Yeah, to be honest, it kind of does, you know. Kind of does. Al-Halabi, Sila, IQ, and Bashal 99. Yeah, exactly. Bashal 99 pace as well. Like, what is going on here? Al-Halabi, again, poor marking on Yamal. Just gets sent to the store. Just poor from him at all. A dive as well. I mean, you're not playing for Halal, my guy, anymore. You know, this is on the big stage in the World Cup. You know, your dives don't work, unfortunately, in the World Cup. Yeah, and still no one got a goal, unfortunately, for Saudi yet. Unfortunately, there. And, yeah, Spain got 3 goals. Yes, they did. Just showing the back post header there by Uriazabal. It's nicely caught by, I believe that's Alois there. Why I say believe that is, it is. Just showing here again, just not... I don't know why they're showing Yamal so much in the highlights here as well. I mean, he's not even the best player of the game so far. It's, again, Yazabal is the best player of this game. Why in the world is Yamal the main highlight reel here? I don't understand it. I don't. And also, end? End? What do you mean, end? But yeah, they just keep showing his goals and stuff. I mean, the goal's fine. It's just not, you know, Yazabal's goal was better, arguably, but... You know, he's not been the best player on the field. Like, for example, he's on a solo run there and just has a poor touch, and it's a free mop-up for Tumbakti. And, oh, I thought you meant, like, none of the teams. Oh, let me get one. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm going to have some order as well. Make sure I have a halftime break, by the way, guys. And, yeah, I'll definitely for the Portugal match, which, by the way, is on... So I can't believe I predicted a draw for this game. That's, like, points lost for no reason. Should have just went with my gut and predicted a win for Spain. I knew it was going to happen. I mean, I guess I was being a bit hopeful. Portugal game on June 23rd, 8 p.m. So it's going to be hype. You know, it's going to be goated when we watch that one. Let's hope they do a good game. I believe I'm just watching that one, and England versus Ghana on that day. They're the 2 matches I'm watching then. and Messi is the GOAT. I mean, Ronaldo is nothing. I mean, okay. I mean, saying that to me is kind of like, you can believe that. It's not a problem. But yeah, most people on this channel do believe Ronaldo is, of course, where's my Ronaldo statue? Where is he? I think it's over there. Oh, it's off my desk. Let me grab it, I guess. Try and grab this without bashing my green screen. There we go. So, my GOAT. But yeah, I mean, nearly everyone on the stream here is absolutely supporting, Ronaldo. Support my local team, El Nasser. Okay, Abhay, we don't need to be saying that, man. Like, I mean, no one has disrespected Messi on the stream, okay, man? There's no need for that one. And I predict 2-0 for Spain, so I got 2 options. Not bad, but not great. I mean, fair enough. Yeah, that's 2 points. You can take 2 points is good to take, Always take a 2-pointer. It's better than no points like me. I'm predicted a draw. Yeah. And for Yamal, it's the power of the FIFA P. I know. Just insane, man, how much they're showing that highlight. It's like, show Yazabal. Bro scored 2 goals. I mean, show Yamal's goal, not a problem, but, or Yazabal as well. He deserves some credit for what he did. And Danny Olmo's assist was great as well. Cucurella was great in this match so far. Pedri's been great. I'd say really the player that's really been sort of average in this game is probably, Porro. I haven't really seen too much from him, to be honest. Kind of been very medium difficulty in terms of what he's done. And, yeah, the only GOAT Messi is that, the little Billy. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, there's no need to, go and write those messages, Abhay, because, I mean, now it's going to cause, a hate chain, That's how it always starts, It always starts like this in the comment sections as well, where someone calls out, Penaldo or something, and then it causes a hate chain of just massive hate for no reason, where it's just enjoy both of them, it's their final World Cups. And, yeah. I vote for Flugel in the next Clubbox act for Amber because it'll probably be rare or epic. I see. Oh, is Flugel the next one? Let me check on the community page here. Let me check on the community page. Someone made a joke that there's going to be infinite Toy Story, so they made a Toy Story 19 trailer. MSM. Oh, My Singing Monsters, I guess. Did Abe get banned? I'm just going to ban. There's no point in having that sort of person on the channel just hating on someone who's done nothing to them. I mean, it's just disgusting, really. They're banned. Don't worry. I mean, I wouldn't ban them if they like Messi. Again, if you like Messi, I don't mind. I don't mind. But then going and before, not even mentioning, you can say, I love Messi, he's the GOAT. I really don't mind. I really don't. I think Messi's a great player as well. But then going as the first comment you say instead of saying something like, I like Messi, to being, I hate Ronaldo, he's crying, why? Why? Why do it? Why? Why? There's no point in doing it. Ooh, costume voting. Yo, okay. Let me show this on the screen. Okay, I'm going to show this. It's pretty cool. I might show this on the, wait a second here. Let me just hide the XI for a second, just so you can't see, obviously, my stuff. There we go. I think you can see now. It will be shown. Oh, wrong. Sorry, wrong thing. Oops. My fault. I went onto the wrong page. Okay, there we go. And now you should be able to see it. Okay, cool. Look at the Tuskegee costume coming out soon. Let's go. Nice. I love Tuskegee. So W costumes for my GOAT. Look at the costumes there. We need the one at the bottom. Everyone vote bottom left. I swear everyone better vote that bottom left one. That one looks so good. Yeah, no need to swear as well. Yeah, swearing to think he's tough. I know, I mean, the only reason I see it is, again, every time I see those sorts of comments, guys, as well, it's never a Ronaldo fan bringing up Messi hate. It's never. It's maybe 2-3 exceptions. It's never that way, though, nearly all the time. It's always the other way around, where it's unnecessary hate, where it's just enjoy, your players. Enjoy them. Enjoy watching Messi. Enjoy, watching him. Algeria hat-trick. Enjoy that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I permabat. No, don't worry, CDF, I did. Don't worry. I did it immediately. There's a new epic monster. There's another new epic monster as well? Epic drawer coming out, confirmed. What is everyone in the comments section saying here? Epic fluoresce, everyone. Yeah, it is epic. Okay, it's gonna be epic fluoresce, 100%. Okay, well that made a lot of sense. It's gonna be coral, anemone themed. Very nice. Tzatziki made with spaghetti. Wait, real? Oh, the one here. Yeah. I like the spaghetti and meatballs Tzatziki. I like the bottom left one, though. That one looks really cool. It's like a psychic island Tzatziki. I mean, it wouldn't really fit. I think the one that fits Fairy Island the most is probably this one in the top right. And then I'd probably say the ice cream one sort of fits. I like the ice cream one. Any others? Yeah, that's Rare Vention. So Rare Vention and Epic Fluoresce are coming together. I mean, I'll have to make a stream on those when they come out. It's time for you to help the handler community vote on which monster. Flugel rarity equals epic. No one voted. Everyone needs to vote. Why is Strombonen not being voted? Imagine getting a free epic Strombonen. What? Or free epic socks. What? Why socks? Okay, I'm kind of confused there. Why they're not being voted. We're voting the monster that's got the, probably I would argue the worst rarity in terms of, value for vote, I guess. But, sure. No, bro, I like Epic Flugel. I don't mind, but, that's fair. Yeah, GG's for this game, though. Halftime. Are we going to put any other players onto the team sheet here? I don't really know. I think everyone here is pretty fine. I mean, Yazabal deserves to be on here. 2 goals and an assist. No one really else is going on here for now unless we get more goals, I would say. And you drew Rare Furcorn, you'll post it later. W's Ruby. And that's not Rare Vention, it's most likely Rare Pentumbra, because Rare Whale was poisoned. Yeah, someone actually told me that, yeah. I should have listened to them. Yeah, I did think it was Rare Vention at first, but yeah, I think it's a trick question, yeah, to be honest. They like doing that MSM, don't they? They like tricking people, giving something obvious, and then it's not actually the obvious thing. So yeah, it makes sense to be Rare Pentumbra. And then I'm guessing Rare Vention will be... What element's Vention missing? I think it's missing the... not poison. Crystal element, I think. So it'll be crystal themed. And then Rare Oog Diddy will be plasma themed. Imagine that, Rare Oog Diddy with plasma, man. That'd be crazy. And then Rare Rismuth would be shadow themed. Oh, a shadow themed Rismuth would be insane. That'd be crazy. Shadow themed Rismuth. Actually insane there. And yeah, new epic, 100% that's epic fluoresce. We know for a fact that's going to be epic fluoresce for sure. And yeah, W's in the chat here. Currently, yeah, this is definitely going to be a loss for Saudi, unfortunately. I sort of feel sorry for the team as well. I mean, the boys don't deserve to have this much of a loss as well because, the league's improved so much. And I just feel like that, this loss here sort of, might not show the full ability of the league. It's sort of, it's on the coach. I got to say, this is the coach's fault over the players. I mean, you've got a good set of players and you're just not using them correctly. You're using wrong players. You're picking people based off if they play on Halal. They've got the Halal agenda again, unfortunately. And, yeah, just, I feel like really, it should be picked on ability. It should be picked on who's on form. It shouldn't be picked on based on, the other things. And I just feel like that definitely, having Salam on the field is sort of a hindrance to the left wing side when you got Ayman as a very valid sub. It's not really like the case of Goncalo and Ronaldo because Ronaldo still performs in the big moments. He's still there, when he gets service, of course. But yeah, of course, Goncalo's like a younger, he's more of a substitute type of player anyway, and Goncalo Guedes as well. But yeah, for sure, I definitely think that Ayman's, it's not the same case here where Ayman's had a better season, he's been more better in the bigger moments than Salam in the past 2 seasons, I'd argue. Ayman's been very, very good off the bench as an impact sub and also starting games. He has scored multiple goals against Al Hilal and the big teams, and got a lot of assists. Same with Bashal. I mean, Al Harabi is not even a starter half the time for Hilal because of Teo Hernandez. And yet they're playing, him as a starter here instead of Bashal, who started basically every game for Al Nassr this season. So, and Bashal's had a record book of assists, double substitution, Al Duer and Kaibari coming off. The GOAT's coming on, Hamdan. My GOAT, Hamdan, and Kano coming on, but my GOAT, Hamdan's on. Thank goodness. Let's get a goal for you, my GOAT. My day will be made if Hamdan gets a goal. I'm not joking. My day will be made if he gets a goal for sure. What happened to Abhay? They got banned. For being completely disrespectful for no reason. And Dino graduated from Yappington. Yes, I know, I yapped through the whole first half. That is crazy. And Jack, you seem so wise. Yeah, Jack's wise. You know, I've been watching Messi for all his career live and had him as my number 2, but then started to lose my respect for a player about 2 years after he left Barcelona when I used to have, you know, some respect, but the more I see of this guy, the more respect is left, and especially, you know, it doesn't help the fans make it way worse than it is. I gotta say the fans of Messi just do not help his case whatsoever at all. And it's kind of poor, really, because I mean, you know, you should really be supporting your guy. You know, he's, you know, don't need to diss someone. You don't need to put someone else down to bring someone else up. You know, that's what I think a lot of people don't realize. You know, it's a valid thing for life as well, just in general, guys. Never bring someone else down to bring someone else, to put someone else up to an elevated position, because that's what all the pundits have been doing. That's what all the fans have been doing. That's what all the Argentina fans have been doing as well. It's just, you know, it's not the right way to go about it. Even the ultra, you know, some of the ultra Ronaldo fans, you know, going and bashing some of the Portuguese players. Yeah, I know they deserve bashing, but, you know, it's not pass the ball to Ronaldo necessarily. It's set up chances for the attackers, you know, in general. Set up chances for Bruno. Set up chances for Trincao, you know, in general. That's what should be happening here. And, you know, again, don't bring other players down to elevate someone else, because, yeah, Ronaldo doesn't need that elevation. Messi doesn't need that elevation, you know? And, yeah. And I don't agree with you, Franco, but your opinion. What was the thing? Oh, you're talking about episodes and stuff. Too late, manager. I know. Manager put it on the players now that we actually needed to start, really. You know, I mean, how is Ferrer still playing as well? I mean, he's done 2 attacking substitutions, so respect to that. But I mean, you've got a defensive formation here. You should be putting on, you know, even your... If you want to go for more defensive formation, play Ayman. He's a left back. You play him in the left wing. He'll drop back and defend with Al-Harabi on the left side. You know, Salman doesn't defend. Or the right side, Bashal, playing with Saud. You know, Jower doesn't defend. Or Kaibari is absolutely useless, so play Jower at midfield. You know, in the creative position with Nasser Al-Dosri. You know, it should have really... Here, let me pull up a lineup that it should have been. Let me save this lineup. I'll go clear it. Here, I'll show you what the lineup should have been, really. So let's go replace you with Ayman. You know, Ayman can now drop back into defense here, and he's sort of, you know, playing alongside Al-Harabi as a, you know, defensive option there, and he can run forward. You know, it's much more defensive like that. Sal drop back. Shamat's not playing. Instead, you got Bouchal playing more of a, you know, a right back role. Where the heck is Noaf? Noaf Bouchal. I don't know why they spell his name wrong there. And then Sal's playing more right mid, because I feel like his crossing ability is better. You know, Lonzi's playing right mid. So playing there, you know, double defense there again. And then you've got 4 at the back. You've got 2 wing backs there as well. And then, of course, in the midfield, Kaibari should not be starting a match. He should not be starting a match. Instead, it should be Jower in the midfield there. If I can spell his name. Al-Juwer. There we go, Musab. Midfield. And then, of course, for the forwards, it should 100% be Cucurella with a shot, and it goes in. It's a goal for Cucurella. And there we go. It's going to be 4-0 now. Cucurella scores. Good job, my guy. At least, you know, we got someone that we, you know, need to scoring. There we go. And then, of course, Hamdan would be the forward here. I don't know how to spell bro's name, unfortunately. How the heck do I spell Hamdan's name? Wait a second. Oh, I spelled it correct. Do you need to put the L at the front? Oh, okay. There we go. And then Ferrer, I just don't like Ferrer starting, to be honest. I really don't. It should be Mundash starting, I gotta say. He's been on more on form there. It's an own goal. It's actually an own goal by Tambakti. Yeah, it's an own goal. Just deflects in. But yeah, definitely, that's the sort of formation I would expect, really, from this team here. I mean, Kano out wide, Mumdash out wide, maybe like this. You see this formation here. It's much more defensive. It's more capable of defending Spain. You know, there's not really anywhere to pass. Where are you going to pass the ball, you know? The pockets are marked. Mumdash is marking the pockets. He can drop in middle. Kano can drop in middle. You know, Mumdash can drop here. Al-Amri can drop deep into here while this is still covered, and then Saud can move in there. It's all covered. And, you know, this coach is playing just an awful lineup, awful formation. This should be the starting formation, you know. And then Salam coming off the bench, you know, he's a more older player, doesn't have the pace anymore. He should really be, coming off the bench as a starter. He's trying to outpace here Pedro Porro. He just barely gets there, gets a cross off and goes straight into the hands of Unai Simon. That's going to be a distribution. But yeah, definitely, I mean, that's a better formation there. I mean, hopefully Hamdan just gets a goal. I mean, at this point, I just want Hamdan to score or El Amri to score. There's no real, point in this match anymore for Saudi they just need to play for the goal. I guess, make the fans a little bit, have something to cheer for, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I hope they did better. I saw it sad for them, to be honest, because, again, didn't really deserve this loss. Well, we did deserve the loss, but didn't deserve, I think, this much of a loss for how much the football's improved, really, And also, Jack, let's read your comment. When I saw CR7 live United and Real, there are no words that can explain the experience, and I've seen the greats play Pele, even though it was late in his career. Maradona R9 before CR7, I had R9. Yeah, definitely, what an experience that would have been, that would have been crazy seeing him in the 2008 Man U. I wish I was, not 1 year old when that happened, that would have been great to see in person. Is there another match with Saudi? Yeah, there's still one more. They can qualify, so they're not out of the comp. But they need to beat Cabo Verde in their next match. So if they beat Cabo Verde, I think they can still qualify in the third place. But they need to win it. They can't have a draw. They can't have a loss. It's a must win. I don't think they can get eliminated with 1 point currently. So, that's good. I believe. And I feel bad for you. It's okay, Daniel. It's okay, man. I mean, I knew Saudi wasn't going to get too far in this tournament. So, I mean, I was expecting a little bit better, maybe round of 16. But to get out in the group again, just with this football is just, it's not really deserving of the performance they put up in the Uruguay match was actually really good until the coach fumbled it for them. Am I watching Belgium versus Iran? I'm actually doing an MSM stream after this, so probably it will just play in the background of the MSM stream, or, oh no, because the MSM stream's on my tablet. It will probably play. I'll try and watch the second half of it. It depends how long the MSM stream is going to be. I think the MSM stream might be an hour and 30 minutes long. So, about that long you can expect. Because, yeah, I'm super tired today. Drink water. You thirsty? You're talking? Nah, I'm all good. And a header from, just not going great here. Porro tries to get the head in, and it's going to be a catch by Alois. Ferran Torres as well. Yamal was subbed out at halftime, same with Yazabal. No real need to, waste their abilities, of course. Yeah. Cucurella, hopefully gets a couple of goals here. I'd love to put him on this combined XI. And, yeah, also hope Belgium wins. I mean, Belgium, I wish them best of luck, of course. KDB needs to, lock in for the team. Same with Lukaku and stuff. Hopefully Lukaku starts. Don't know why he really wasn't in the last game. Where can I watch the World Cup matches outside of TV? I mean, you can watch them on BBC iPlayer, and that's an app, I think. But yeah, I watch it on the TV channels, of course, BBC. TV channel, ITV TV channel as well. And then kids about Lamine Jamal's career, how he flopped. Why? Wait, I'm so confused. I think I'm missing context. And yeah, also you got Dactyl W's. Price, well done. W's. This is going to be now over to Cucurella. And congrats to Dactyl. Yeah, W's Dactyl. That's really good. El Amri clearing the ball back. Just a poor performance, really, from that left-hand side. All the goals that come from the left-hand side of the attack, by the way. It's not come from El Amri's side, because El Amri's pretty good at defending. He's locked that down. But it's just, again, the Halal players, Lajami and Timbukti and Harabi, just useless. And it just shows here that, the Al Nassr players just have a little bit more experience. They're just a little bit better, in my opinion, anyway. Again, they should have been starting. More of them should have been starting this game. I don't know why they weren't. Now's the time you bring on, Ayman, you bring on Bouchard, you go for it. There's nothing to lose here. There is nothing to lose if you keep going and defending. Nothing's going to happen. Take off Lajami, take off Timbukti, bring on more attackers. You need to do that to actually try and get something from this match. But no, we're going to still play a back five after conceding 4 goals. Man, this coach is actually stupid. I think this coach might be one of the stupidest coaches I've ever seen in my life. No joke. What is bro doing? Of course, he did coach Al Khalij before. You know, Al Khalij, of course, conceded 5 goals to Al Nassr, so I'm not really surprised that his coaching abilities here have conceded 4 goals to Spain. You know, a better team than Al Nassr, I'd say, in terms of, you know, who's on them. It's going to be Pedri, a long shot. No, he's going to pass it off. It's going to be now with Pedro Porro over to the side here. It's going to be a cross going in. It's going to be a header almost by Cucurella. And now back outside there to Bein. And by the way, Don, I got white ants bite so many of them on your leg. Oh, ew, that's... I hope you feel better now, Aim, from that. Hopefully they, you know, the bites go away. And Doku is a long ways infection, so he can't play. Also, he's going to see his childbirth inside of back in the UK, so he might be leaving the Belgium camp for the foreseeable future, to be honest. So that's going to be kind of a big hit for Belgium, to be honest, losing him. And W's, yeah, Epic Ujub is the GOAT, Cameron, I agree. Facts. Rodri, who doesn't hit a single pass on target ever. As soon as I watch that guy, his passes are so off target, man. How the heck did that guy win a Ballon d'Or? It will never be known to me how he did that. He might be leaving the Belgian camp because his kid's getting born back in Manchester. So he might be going back to Manchester, seeing his childbirth. He might return maybe in the later stages of the tournament if Belgium do, of course, progress that far. A lot of people don't understand the tactics. That's why a manager can actually manage is when what can make the difference in big games. Exactly. Difference between, you know, them saying it's a player's fault and then, of course, like, for example, I'll take it back to the Portugal game or even this game, you know, for example. I'll use this game in the Portugal game. So in this game, you got Donis, you know, a very defensive manager, but he doesn't defend correctly. He's defending with the wrong player. He picks the wrong players, you know. I feel like with Bashal on the team, for example, the first goal wouldn't have happened. Maybe the game would have played out a little bit differently without that first goal, but definitely just, you know, it sort of went downhill after you conceded the first two and you know, with the wrong defenders on, and then, of course, you know, there's also the own goal, stuff like that. It's just, you know, there's a lot better performances I've seen from Saudi with, you know, Hervé Renard. I think he was a better manager. I think it was a mistake actually getting rid of him before the World Cup. You know, and then, of course, Hervé Renard's tactics don't fit Tunisia. It's about finding the tactics of the manager that fit the team. And one of the other managers, again, Roberto Martinez, the reason he worked in the Nations League is because the team were a bit more united then. I don't know why they're not during the World Cup. I mean, it doesn't really make sense when the World Cup's, you know, I would argue Ronaldo's more on form during the World Cup than the Nations League for this World Cup particularly, just because, you know, he came off the back of winning the SPL, scored 2 goals in his last match outside the Portugal games. You know, he scored a free kick and another goal to, you know, win the league. And he was more informed than before the Nations League. I remember he was on a goal drought before the Nations League last run of matches, the knockout stages. So, I mean, it's just really interesting to see, you know, the fact that their form's worse. But again, then you can see Roberto Martinez's tactics just don't work in sort of this World Cup group. And it probably won't work in a lot of the World Cup teams. Infantino absolutely beaming here because Spain's winning. I believe he's A, from Spain. And also, B, I know he wants either Spain or Argentina to win this World Cup. I can almost guarantee you that's the case here. So, yeah, he probably wants one of those two things to happen. It's going to be catched by Unai Simon. And I hope Ketelaere and Tielemans take it serious. Yeah, I hope Tielemans does, specifically. That guy can be a real dangerous threat when he's on good form, you know, for sure. Did the live stream end? No. No. I think I'm still live, I believe. I mean, I don't know, am I? I think so. And also, yeah, I need to remove that. Let me remove that Sue comment, by the way, from the timers. I got a recurring Sue comment thing, so I'm going to just turn that off. Because I don't want you guys to, you know, redeem up the Sue thing accidentally. So, yeah, that's off now. Let me go and delete that comment as well by Streamlabs. There we go. And Dino, can you speak Arabic? Very poorly, I'd say. Again, I just haven't had, you know, really, I've been so focused on YouTube and all the editing recently, specifically. I mean, yeah, I could have learned it before. I could have. A procrastinator. Should I be learning it now? I should be, really. And I feel, you know, I really need to be held into content to learn it. Like, you know, you guys need to be checking up on me or something like that. I don't know. I need something to motivate me to learn it because Like, I mean, I want to learn it, but it's just like so hard. I feel like it's a really hard language to learn. Like, I know the alphabet off by heart, I know some words, but it's just such a hard because the language changes, variably based off, gender, who you're speaking to, objects, then the pronouns, of course, all that sort of stuff. It's just very variable language. And then of course there's phrases for like everything. So yeah, it's sort of a hard language to learn, but yeah, definitely. Fioris is also coming off. Al Umri's coming off here as well, and they're bringing on Shamat. What the- Haji and Shamat. We're not seeing Ayman, who's literally goated, and Bashar. Like, what? Oh, man, this manager is actually clueless. I'm not even joking. I'm so frustrated with this manager, man. This guy does not know what he's doing to manage KSA. Don't know why he's managing them. Don't know who decided for him to be appointed, but he has no clue. No clue. Sub, it's going to be Danny Olmo coming off. It's going to be Mourinho coming on, and it's going to be Bein coming off, and it's going to be Nico Williams coming on. And welcome back, Bob. And live stream yourself. Should I do like a weekly live stream learning how to speak? I mean, fair enough. That would be a good way to, yeah, that'd be a good way to get held accountable for sure. Yeah, sure. And Dino is so mad. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I mean, in the end, I do want Portugal to still win, but I'm just disappointed. It's not mad. It's disappointed. I'm just frustrated that at the manager, and disappointed that they didn't pick someone that's actually worthy of managing the Saudi national team. They've sort of just picked this guy who has performed horribly at College this season. I would argue he hasn't really done too many good games. I would argue maybe at the start of the season they're a little bit better. You can speak 3 languages. Well, Rishon, that's a flex. You speak Arabic and Russian. W's Ruby. W's. Yeah, I'll try and learn for sure. I mean, yeah, live stream would be a good idea. I'd probably start it after the World Cup for sure. That's probably when I'd start. It's just, yeah, lately, I mean, I should have really been learning it last year, but lately, specifically now, for the past 2 months, I've been really locked in making vids and live streams, so I just haven't found that space, to really to learn it up. Because of course, like for example, today I was up for like 9 hours making watching the World Cup matches, and also making my latest video, which is still going on, the updates video. Haven't forgotten, by the way, it's still happening. I'm very progressed through it. Might come out in the next 2 days or so, just based on how much progress I get on it tomorrow. I couldn't do too much yesterday just because I was feeling a bit sick. I didn't want to record sick, but yeah, I did some today, which is good. Belgium have a 67% chance of winning against Iran. Fair enough. Iran unfortunately got a disadvantage here, of course, of the travel restrictions. They have to fly in every day of the match. So, yeah, it's a very restricted, I feel like, how much they can really perform. But I think they did good against New Zealand. Hopefully New Zealand can actually qualify to the next round. That'd be really cool. Hopefully as well Australia do too. So at least we get 3 out of the 4 teams to qualify. Portugal, Australia, New Zealand. Of course, Saudi can still qualify if they do, of course, beat Cabo Verde and get good in the 3rd place positions. It'd be even better if Cabo Verde and Uruguay draw. If they draw with each other and then Saudi beat Cabo Verde in their final game, then Saudi qualify for the next round. So that would be very good. But if, of course, Uruguay beats Spain, then that's a problem because, if Uruguay beats Spain, Saudi would come 3rd. But if Spain beat Uruguay, Saudi would come 2nd if Uruguay and Cabo Verde draw. So, yeah, definitely that. Don't please see your fan art in the general and Discord. I'll see it at full time, okay? Ruby, just because it's a little bit easier to show it when I'm on the next stream specifically. The next stream's their MSM stream, so on there I'll show it. Just because, yeah, it's hard to sort of present the screen up on this new format for the football. And hi, Sadgo, welcome to stream. Hope you're doing good. Long time, man. W's. Ni hao, indeed. And also, it says I've proven you wrong. I mean, fair enough. And also, what else did I miss? Did I miss anyone else's comments? And an open goal there missed by Spain. Ferran. And you speak here Hindi, Sanskrit, Spanish, and English. Nice! Rishon W's. That's really cool. And hi, Jackson again. Yeah, Ferran Torres missing open goals. I mean, it's casually. It's what he does. You know, it's what he does. Don't know why he didn't just shoot through the legs of Alois there really quick. No wonder Ferran does not start games, man. Hope either Australia, Saudi, Portugal, Belgium wins. I mean, I just hope Portugal wins this World Cup so bad. Just prove all the hate wrong. You know, show that the hate's unnecessary, and it's just, you know, it's not right to hate on someone when, you know, they're doing better than you. Why are we seeing what? Okay. Nah, that is next level glaze. Oh my goodness. They're showing Yamal walking from the bench to grab water while the match is still going, by the way. The match is still going. Like, the play, it's a Saudi attack, and they're showing Yamal drinking water. We don't care. Show us the match, please. I would rather see the match. It's like when they show the celeb cam during the match. It's like, show us the match. Man, why? They're still showing Yamal. The match is still being played. The players are moving around, guys. Like, I want to see... Oh, my goodness, man. They've still not got the camera off him. That is insane, man. You're drinking water, not gonna lie. W's, Delvin. That is insane. Just, like, the level of glaze is actually crazy. Like, I mean, the guy is great player. Again, I wouldn't have disliked him as much. You know, during the Euros, I actually enjoyed watching him. I really did. I enjoyed watching him. I thought he was a great player. And I mean, I still think he's a great player, but just, man, oh man, it's insane. It is insane. You speak Spanish? W's Franco. And what's a man going to do in the FIFA stream? But yeah, exactly, you know, it's only happened. Don't translate my message. I think it auto-translates. This Yamal just scores goals by paying money. Otherwise, he has no control over anything. Luckily, yeah, YouTube now auto-translates all messages from different languages, which is great. Okay, it's going to be now the 66th minute. Make MSM stream 9 p.m. I can't. Jackson, I did make it at that time specifically on purpose. And it's going to be cleared out by Lajami. Don't know why he just didn't boot it the opposite direction towards a corner. You know, he booted it at a corner. He could really clear that out for a throw-in, but, you know, is what it is. Is what it is. We need Iman to come on the field, man. Make an impact. Potential targets for this corner. Nico Williams is taking. It's going to be Rodri as one of them. Really, how can I use this feature of auto-translate? Don't know. All I know is it's on the stream chat where it auto-translates, so I actually have no clue how to enable on viewers chat. I don't think it's available for viewers. I think it's only for streamers, just to make their life a little bit easier. That is going to be, because I haven't seen it. When I've been in another live stream, it didn't auto-translate messages, so yeah, it must just be like that. Goal kick for Alois. Get a goal, guys. Hydration break, never mind. By the way, the hydration breaks lately have been getting a lot of boos, and I agree why. I understand why. I would actually... I would say one hydration break per game is enough. There is no need to have a hydration break in this match right now. And you want to know the reason why? Because the roof is closed and the stadium is air-conditioned. Why in the world is there a hydration break for an air-conditioned stadium where the temperature control is the same as, you know, any other field? You know, it's probably colder in there than, you know, both Saudi and Spain play in, you know, because A, La Liga's hot, B, SPL's hotter. They're both super hot, and the stadium's colder. Like, half the players in the team aren't even sweating there. They're just pouring water on their face there for the Saudi national team. I mean, why in the world is there a hydration break for this stadium? Like, I get the outdoor ones. I do. I really understand those ones. Because the temperature there can be very humid, boiling, but the indoor stadiums, it's not needed. Oh, man. Man, oh, man. They're now showing Yamal's girlfriend on the camera. Yamal's now on the camera. We don't care. Oh, my goodness. It's crazy. Oh, my goodness. It's so crazy. I've not seen another player for Spain on the camera, by the way, guys. I've not seen another player for Spain on the camera. The only player for Spain I've seen on the camera just up close is Yamal. Every other player has not been up close. Bar Nico Williams, I think, once. Man, why we're showing now Yamal's girlfriend in the camera as well. It's like, what in the world? It's next level. This is the most I've ever seen for a player ever. The most I've ever seen. Like, this is insane how much there is. Insane. Spain is beating Saudi, unfortunately, Franco, yeah. And why we're speaking different languages, I don't know, to be honest. I mean, at least it translates to me. What's happening here? Substitution. It's going to be Fabian Ruiz coming on, and it's going to be Pedri coming off. Not really a good game for Pedri, actually, to be honest. Kind of being pretty mid. Checked it's only for creators. Yeah, it's only for creators, unfortunately. I actually cannot believe that, though. That is insane, by the way. Like, I mean, I'm not even just saying it just to, you know, dislike the fact, but it's just crazy. I mean, like, give us a bit of perspective from the other players, guys. Like, you know, there's more than one player on the whole team. You know, there's 22 players on the field at the moment. There's multiple players on the bench. You know, show us some of the other performances. Show us some of the other players, you know, their facial reactions, their camera perspectives from the hydration break or any other break, you know, but we see one guy only, you know. Don, if you had watched my eFootball goals after this match, it would have been fun. And you predicted 4-0 at the start of the stream. It should have been in the league. I'm going to... Yeah, exactly. I mean, it might not be 4-0, but you definitely get the 2 points, of course, for the... Well, technically, you're not in the league, but you would get the 2 points for the win. But we'll see if it's 4-0. That'd be crazy. I hope Saudi still score, though. And, yeah. It's going to be now Cucurella. I'll watch them for the Portugal game, Rishan, I promise you. It's going to be controlled up, now passed over to Cucurella, who clears the ball down the field. Dino, I eat horse. What? No, I don't. I do not eat horse. I don't know what you're trying to say there, gang, but that is not... I don't think that translated correctly. Sometimes they don't translate correctly, by the way, unless that was not... It was! Tu manges cheval? What? Tu manges cheval? Isn't that... Yeah, you eat horse. What? Hey, yo. And I predicted 3-0, but these poor people conceded the Saudi goal. I know, yeah. And, yeah. I do not eat horse, fun fact. Man, I'm so tired. Can't wait to do the MSM stream and then sleep. W sleep. This is going to be now over to a back heel. Is really nice there, actually. Salam finally did something that was actually worthy of good, and then Kano loses it immediately. No real chem on the team, to be honest. And Dino, tu es un cheval? No. No. I'm not a horse. It's going to be back now to Laporte. Unai Simon, sorry. Laporte now to Cucurella. And also, I'm the only king here. Franco is the only king here. W's Franco. Let's go. And nous sommes en train de perdre le match. I don't know if that's, I think that's French, right? Nous sommes en train... I think you say it like... Yeah, you say nous sommes en train de perdre le match. I think that was correct, right? And also, yeah, I'll translate Rishan's. I don't know how to say that one pronounced properly. I scored a dangerous goal like that in the co-op match with Gerard, and that's 2 from like 30 yards, all W's. Fabian Ruiz. Now over to Nico Williams. And losing it's going to be a throw-in now for Nico Williams. And this is now going to be... What the heck? I can't believe King actually just straight up read Sadgo's name out like that. I mean, that's crazy. Sadgo, you need to change that username, gang. Jeez Louise. Bro just said the username there. And I know Indu is the only one who can understand. No, it's not a swear. It's not a swear. It's because he's reading Sadgo's name, which is a literal swear word. I mean, bro's not saying it. King's not saying it as like a literal swear. Please don't tell me you timed it out for like 100 seconds there, please. I swear. It better be 10 seconds, I swear. And on the bench there is Al Shari for Saudi. I mean, you know, bro shouldn't even be on the field anyway. Should have been Hamdan starting. 300 seconds? Nah, no way. Why are we timing out for 300 seconds? Okay, fair enough. It's going to be back to Kabasi. Now holding up the ball. Now over to Laporte. Man, I'm so tired. It's going to be back all the way to Unai Simon. W's Unai Simon to Gabarsi. Now to Laporte. Why'd Spain have to demolish Saudi? But couldn't it have just been like 2-1 or something? Like a little bit better performance than this trash. YouTube isn't letting you change your name. Jeez Louise. You remove the 300-second timeout? Oh, you can remove timeouts? Nah, it's all good, King. It's all good, gang. Nothing to be ashamed of there. You're just reading the name. Porro. Now it's going to be with Rodri. And now it's going to be over to the right-hand side, which is running in. It's going to be clearance away. I swear, if Sherry suddenly comes because someone's mentioned him, I swear, I'm sus of Sherry. And good clearance by El Harabi there. Should be Bashal coming on, to be honest. Don't know why he's still playing. And it's going to be a cross by Porro. No, it's going to be thrown for Saudi. And why is it telling us to bet? No, it's not a bet. It's a prediction. Prediction, not a bet. Also, yeah, Infantino's like, look at this guy, Infantino. This guy, Infantino, is so sus, man. Look at this sus guy. Look at him smiling on the bench up there. Keep smiling, bro. No, not sus in a bad way, no. This guy, Infantino, smiling about what you love Spain winning, my guy. I knew it. Betting is not haram on Dino Football Street. I mean, it's not betting, though. It's like just a prediction, so it's not, can't be haram if it's not, that. Cano, now back to... Oh, what is going on here? Shamat, now over to the defense there with Saud. Just get the ball through, Cano. Nice 1-2 there. It's going to be Shamat now into the back with Haiji. Dino's real name is Dennis. No, it's not. My real name is not Dennis. Sorry for yawning a lot as well, guys. I'm just absolutely knackered, as they say in, UK, I think. I like to bet my whole life savings on Saudi winning this match. Wow, that is a real W decision there. Probably could, technically, if you bet like $1 trillion on this match being a W for Spain, you probably would have won. I had no doubt that Spain would have won this match. As much as I know I bet a draw I predicted a draw on FootMob, but I know for a fact it wasn't going to be a draw. I just kind of did it as a sort of like a false hope, but, just to have a bit of positivity, but yeah. I knew it wasn't going to be. And there's a reason why, it's why Portugal are going to perform against Uzbekistan. It's the same as, the same reason why they will. It's because you have such a poor game in the first game that you come back, you bash the next team. You absolutely bash them. You come into the tournament strong. You establish yourself. I already know 433 putting your mile on the cover image for the full-time post here. I know for a fact. Let's check. At full-time, I'm going to open 433, and we'll see what their cover post is. For a fact, I know it's going to be Yamal. Should be your Yazabal. It should be, but it's not going to be. Just how it is where Portugal, if they lose, it shouldn't be Ronaldo on the cover image. It should be, the goal scorer for DR Congo to, score a goal, and then Ronaldo gets on the cover image. And this is going to be Salam now on a counter chance here for Saudi. Come on, get a goal back, guys. Just get something. Salam. Just an awful pass. Giving it away to Spain. Just what is he doing? I saw some crazy usernames. YT used it. Username filter isn't that good. Yeah, exactly. Don't I make a member shout-out post again? There might be new ones. Yeah, sure. Sure, I'll make one after the streams today. There are some new members, for sure, compared to the last one. Maybe you should do one every month. That would be cool, like a member post every month. That's a good idea, actually. Gonna be Cano. I'll do it at the end of every month. Cano. Hamdan. Cano again, just passing around the back here. Come on, guys. It's not time to play possession football. It's time to actually lock in and score. That's what it's time for. Salam. Salam still. Nothing really, positive from this match to take away, really, for Saudi, to be honest, because it's just sort of really been a very, flimsy match defensive-wise. It's been pretty poor. Players smiling or throw in there. Man, I wouldn't be smiling after this performance today. Jeez Louise. It's going to be a through ball to Hamdan. Here we go. Hamdan sends it into Unai Simon. It's a catch. I mean, Unai Simon can't even catch that properly. I don't know why Hamdan took a shot there, but I mean, next World Cup, Hamdan should be starting for sure. He'll have 4 more years of experience. That's all I'll say. Though he should start in the final game. It's not over yet. It's not over yet for Saudi. I'll say that. I do not speak Spanish. I only speak one language. The big English. The reason I didn't ever learn another language, by the way, even Arabic, is because there was no need for me to. Like, you could argue, yeah, maybe, but technically there isn't, because everyone I talk to here speaks English. Literally, like, English is actually taught to Saudis, because they want to learn English. They also have Arabic, of course, so most people are here are multilingual. And most do prefer to speak Arabic, to each other, and then English, to foreigners, for example, like me. They'll speak it freely. Yeah, it's impressive to know Arabic, but then also the fact, oh my goodness, man, Timbuktu needs to get sent out. Gee, get Timbuktu off the lineup, bro. Bro almost just scored an own goal with his knee. What is, bro? Oh, man. Horrid performance from Timbuktu. Whereas Lord DinoDoomz? DinoDoomz is actually in another country at the moment, doing some football trials with some teams. So W's DinoDoomz. Hopefully he gets in. Hopefully he, impresses, should I say. It's going to be a big one. I'm sure he will. He's a great guy. And if he doesn't, they don't know what they're looking at. Man, Timbuktu is so poor in these last 2 matches. English is the most important language that's used all. Yeah. And the fact is, on YouTube, for example, there is no need for me to speak another language. Like, as much as it would be cool again, like, I mean, everyone on YouTube basically speaks English. There's a very there's smaller communities for, content creators speaking other languages. There's a very small range of them. So, but because most content creators do speak English because it's the largest audience, that hence why I sort of stick to it on the streams. And I mean, if I didn't think that was the case, I'd definitely learn a different language. But yeah, English is sort of just that one where, it's very widely used, And new profile of Rishon. It's going to be now over to Timbuktu. Poor choice taking off Al Umri for that guy staying on. 4.7 rating for Timbuktu, almost 2 own goals. Disgusting. Disgusting performance. Alois sends the ball down. I don't know why they didn't start Nawaf Al-Akidi. I mean, as much as Alois performed in the first game, I'll tell you for one thing, Nawaf Al-Akidi may not have performed like that in the first game, but he is for sure a better goalkeeper than Alois, and I know for a fact he is a better goalkeeper. He wouldn't have conceded 4 goals here with some of the saves he would have done. He would have conceded maybe two or 3. Still, he would have conceded 2 or 3, but just some of the goalkeeping from Alois has been pretty poor in this game. Pretty average. Dino, can you show my profile picture on your stream up close? Let me give this a check, I guess. Okay, sure, I'll try and do it. Okay, this is as close as I can get. There we go. Oops. How do I zoom across? Can't open an image in new tab? I can't really. Wait a second. Let me do something here quickly. Transform, edit, transform. Crop on the left, 500. There you go. W profile. Honestly, W bunny rabbit. Big boy chunky bunny rabbit. It's basically, Big Chungus, but in real life, that's what it is. W Big Chungus. Let's go ahead and now show the FootMob XI again. Okay, nice. Now let's go back onto here. feel like it's a little bit. I'm trying to get the perfect balance and how big this should be. Like, I don't know how visible the names are for sure. Yeah, I don't really know, to be honest, as well, who I would really change from the format, who I would add or anything. I don't think I would add anyone. Yeah, good rabbit for stew. Jeez Louise, good rabbit for stew. Yo, by the way, thoughts on KSI leaving the sidemen? Good riddance. No, I respect JJ, but just I feel like a little bit disrespectful how he left. But second of all, I mean, he didn't really add much to the videos in the later videos. Like, I mean, he was like a very good, part of the videos in the earlier Sidemen, era. But in the later Sidemen era, more recently, he's just sort of really. He's just there. Most of the time, I feel like he was pretty negative on the videos as well. It sort of made them a bit hard to watch, where JJ is always complaining. So, I mean, again, respect to him, respect on his decision to leave. I don't, have any problem with him leaving. He has the right to decide if he leaves. He's got too much on his plate. That's not a problem. Wants to pursue personal stuff as well. That's completely fine. But yeah, I feel like I think it was a good agreement for both parties. I feel like the reason he was negative maybe is because he just wasn't enjoying them anymore to do. So yeah, definitely it's going to make the videos more upbeat. I feel like the other guys can carry the videos and it will allow for more guests on them. A lot of people are underestimating the other guys, how much a lot of people do appreciate them on the channel. I feel like they've grown to be core, all of the other core members of the Sidemen are really core, like as in, you'd watch them individually almost, which, I do. I watch Mini Minter individually. I watch, as well, Josh individually. And I watch Harry individually and Vic individually. So, or I used to watch Vic individually. So, each of them individually is great. Together they're great. And JJ, I also watch his videos individually. I think his individual videos are better. I think he's really upbeat in them. He's doing what he loves. It's going to be a head collision between Kano and Shamit. Oh, sorry, Haji. And where's Sans? Sans isn't here at the moment. No problem. Sans doesn't have to be here every stream. Yeah. And hi, Supreme. I, by the way, also got some news. Gun 47 ups updating very soon. W's, let's go. Let's go. I don't know when I'll be able to play it next because, of course, the World Cup and the MSM streams. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Saudi fans are still cheering. They're hoping their team can get gold here against Spain. I mean, just a poor performance. Most of them do look pretty mute. The ones waving the flags are pretty happy still. Surprised the Spain fans aren't really cheering much, actually. Yeah, okay, now they're showing... I don't know who they were showing there for some of the Saudi fans, because some of them looked pretty disappointed. I mean, maybe I do think they expected a loss, to be honest. I gotta say. I do think they did expect a loss, but, I don't think they minded if it was a draw either. Of course, a win, they would want that too, but... I definitely think it's not a big priority. Their priority is now beating Cabo Verde in the next match to qualify for the next round in a last 32 position. Like, I thought he was going to see this live. I mean, Sans comes to the lives when he can. He's like you guys. He doesn't have to attend all the live streams, Sans is, here for majority, but yeah, just, not all of them. Might be in the next one. We'll have to wait and see. Every 90 minutes match finished. Actually, there's additional time on the matches. They go up to sometimes 100 minutes, but for this match, I think it's going to be 90 plus maybe 4 additional minutes. Imagine Spain gets 5-0. That would be just sad. Hopefully, it just finishes like this. Maybe we can make it 4-1. To be honest, I was kind of predicting 3-1 as the final score. But again, this coach, man, is just out of his mind who he's subbing on. Subbing on Khalid Al-Ghanam. Is Kano's head bleeding? Bro's head is bleeding with that collision. He has to replace his shirt here, it looks like. Yeah, replacing his shirt. His head is bleeding there. Wow. Must have been a hard collision. And, yeah. Yeah, there's a hard collision there. For sure. And Gun 47 update is getting delayed. It was going to release a week ago, but a reason to delay is because of the amount of bugs. I mean, fair enough, Sabrina. That's a fair reason to delay the update, Okay. And Dino is the goal anime. I had to take them off. I was getting copyright. Every time a goal appeared, I had to take it off because the goal animation was copywriting me. If you mean for the scoreboard goal animation, there's unfortunately, this new scoreboard doesn't have a goal animation, but it's more clean. I think the scoreboard looks a little bit better. I will be advancing the football streams a little bit more as well. This is very basic in terms of what it can look like. It'll be, it'll look better. Also, by the way, guys, I know you're talking about, a topic in the stream here, which is slightly, I would say controversial in terms of that there's some people agree, some people disagree on certain things. Obviously, I'm not going to talk about it because where I live and stuff. So all I'll say is just I would please refrain from talking about that sort of stuff, guys. Keep your opinions to yourself. Definitely, I'm not going to say anything about it because I do not want to get in trouble by where I live or by any of you guys or anything like that. So, keep your opinions to yourself, guys. Respect everyone's opinion on everything. Never judge someone else. Always be a kind person. But yeah, there's definitely that topic can get very controversial and heated quickly. So all I'll say is just respect each other's opinions on things. Okay, this is gonna be back to Laporte. But yeah, I don't want the chat to turn into like that, because it can get me in trouble as well. Like I can get in trouble by YouTube and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be now over to the right hand side with Pedro Porro. And change my Discord role. Oh, you won't be yeah, I did say DM if you have member. So yeah, do you have member? I think I gave you. Yeah, you got the member role. Jackson. No need to apologize, guys. No need to apologize, by the way. I just wanted to make it aware, make you guys aware that that's the case here. Yeah, because I can get in big trouble actually, and I don't want to get in trouble. Okay. And tell them to DM me. Yeah. If you guys want your Discord role to be added with the member role, do of course DM me or Sadgo, and we'll go and add it up. And you can give roles, yeah. And Ferran Torres scores an offside goal. It's going to be goal disallowed. Have they given? No way they've given this goal. Oh my god! If they give that is offside by a mile. I'm not going to add the goal on here because it's offside. They're checking it now. It's offside for sure. I mean, if they give this, that's insane. That is insane if they give this. Coach Saudi might actually be sacked, by the way. Crazy thing. We'll have to wait and see. VAR check. I don't know why they're taking so long. That was very offside. Ferran Torres is a miss merchant for sure, yeah. All the Saudi players. Al Omri's face, man. Disappointed. Fran, bro, you scored an offside goal. I mean, I don't know why they're taking so long. This is insane. Why are you taking so long to show the offside? It was very obviously offside as well. It's not rigged. It's not rigged. It's not rigged. Ferran Torres and Morata are the same person, aren't they? But Ferran is... Yeah, Ferran and Morata are basically exactly 1 for 1, Let's take a look. He's offside. What are they checking? It is so far offside as well. They have to disallow this. There is not... If they give this, that is insane, by the way. Goal disallowed, please. Goal disallowed. I know why the Spain fans are sad. It's taking so long so they can fix it. I know. What is this, man? Like, why are we waiting for this clearly offside goal? Crazy. And see you later, King. Thanks for being on stream. Appreciate you. Told you it's rigged and told you in the beginning. Did they give the goal? Did they or not? What is going on? I'm so confused. Can you see the fan art now? I'll see it in the I'll see it once the match. It's not ended yet. It ends in about 1 minute here. After review, okay. Is it offside? Offside. They literally took 4 minutes to check a goal that was offside by about 3 meters. That was the most offside goal I have seen take that long to get VAR reviewed. Man, oh man, what was that for? Why? Why? What was the purpose of that? I don't get it. I actually don't get what the purpose of that was. Like, I mean, they've got 4-0 already, and it was a clearly offside goal. Why are we checking that for that long? Unai Simon clears it out. It's going to be a corner or throw-in, maybe? I think it's a throw-in. Unai Simon might clear that out pretty nicely there. Okay, Lejumi's going to take the throw. I mean, it's basically a corner with Lejumi's throw. No, Lejumi's not going to take the throw. It's going to be taken by Saud. And can I see the fan art now? Wait, did I already read that comment? I don't know. I swear I might have read that. I think I read that already. Unai Simon catch. It's going to be a distribution for Unai Simon. Dino experienced the strongest rain today at 6 p.m. Oh, wow, aim. W rain. W's hope you enjoyed the weather, as they say, you know, W weather. What am I talking about, man? I'm such a cornball, no joke. Only shot on target is the shot by Hamdan. I know that Hamdan should be starting. I mean, as much as I think that Saudi played awful today, the positive thing was Hamdan comes on, he presses, he tries to win the ball. Salam was better in this game for sure, but again, not really too, you know, I'd still play Ayman. Ayman's still not made a World Cup appearance yet for this World Cup, which is kind of poor. I don't get why he hasn't made an appearance yet. But yeah, Hamdan definitely, for me, should be starting next game against Cabo Verde. I think they need to play all-out attack next game, Saudi. They need to go at it. They need to win that game, and they need to get back into the third-place position because goal difference does matter for third-place qualification, by the way. So if, of course, they beat Cabo Verde, they'll go to third, judging that Uruguay do beat Cabo Verde. Or, you know, of course, it would be better if technically Uruguay and Cabo Verde drew because then Saudi can go second in their final game if Uruguay lose to Spain, which they probably will. So, you know, they're going to hope a draw here, Saudi. So that I can see why the fans aren't too disappointed. You know, it was good that everything ended level in the first round. Though Saudi, to be honest, really needed that 3 points from the first round against Uruguay. I got to say, that was a massive throw from the coach there. You know, just going ultra defensive after controlling the whole first half, causing so much of a threat. You know, it was a big throw. How many points does Saudi even have? They got, 1 point from that draw. They really needed the 3 points, yeah. And I made a live stream about filling your plant island with only dipsters. Yes, that is going to be next up on the channel. After, you know, like 30 minutes-ish. The match is about to end here. Referee's still playing it on. He's going to probably play him for another 3 minutes or so. And I'm eating the driest chips one bite. They're so dry. Rip. What brand are they, AIM? And also, Luis de la Fuente played all his life in Athletic Bilbao. And I know. And that's why you can tell, you know, who he's picking is based off, you know, pure. He picks players not based off experience. He picks players based off of name and also off of, you know, his personal likes, which is kind of stupid because Raya is a better goalkeeper. And again, I'm going to say this now. I'm going to repeat it. Unai Simon will cost them in the later stages of this tournament. You know, they're versing easier teams now. Unai Simon will cost them in the later stages. I swear, if Yamal gets voted player of the match, I'm actually it's going to be annoying. Full time now, by the way, guys. Full time. And that is going to be 4-0 for Spain. The player of the match here should be Oyarzabal. 2 goals and an assist. Clearly deserving. Other players that are deserving up on here. To be honest, I don't really know anyone else who should be on here. Let me know if you thought anyone in this match really should be up on this table. I don't think really anyone else should be. And IBZ Artist, welcome to stream. Made my YouTube app logo into another art style. W's. W stream. W's everyone being on here. Sorry about the Portugal round in the first half. I just felt like, you know, I needed to say it. I didn't say in the Portugal stream, you know, I kind of ended because I was sort of very upset that they didn't win that match, man. That was, you know, very hurtful that they didn't win the first match. But you know, we'll come back stronger in the Uzbekistan game. And just that hate was very unnecessary. I've been seeing, you know, I needed to address it, I guess. But yeah, honestly, poor performance from Saudi. You know, positive thing out of that, though, is the Hamdan should start next game. And, you know, if there's a draw between Uruguay and Cabo Verde, Saudi will be pretty good. They will be chilling. If Uruguay and Cabo Verde draw, They just got to beat Cabo Verde next game, and they're in second place. So they really need to hope for that draw so bad. That is the most they can hope for here, because, again, head-to-head, since they drew with Uruguay in the first round, it's going to come down to goal difference, because that's the second difference maker after head-to-head for positioning on the table. And since their goal difference is low, then they're going to have, they've got -4 goal difference here. They conceded a lot by Spain. That means that they're going to have to rely on, of course, getting the win still. So it can't be, unfortunately, just relying on, getting a draw. Getting a win and then Uruguay beating Spain. Of course, it can't be like that. And close the betting as well. I should close at halftime. Next time, remind me to close at halftime, guys, because I don't want, people to get caught lacking and voting at full time the correct things. There we go. So all the points are being gifted now. And also, yes, thank you guys for telling me as well. And technically I should start the next one, I guess. I mean, I won't start the next one. I'll just wait until we get to that stream. Actually, there's not going to be another one. Because I'm not doing another. I forget I'm not doing the other games. Well, I'm still watching them, but still. I guess technically I could do it during the MSM stream. I could open it for that one. So if you want, I can open the Belgium one during that stream. So that's not a problem. But yeah, W's, guys. Cameron in first place with 1,600 points. Let's go. W's that. I disabled Ronaldo Sue redeem as well, so no one can buy it now. But yeah, W's, guys. Thank you so much for watching the stream today. Appreciate you guys. For anyone that's watching football, of course, the next football stream will be the Portugal match. Otherwise, we will be going to the MSM stream in 30 minutes, about 25 minutes. So I'll see you guys there. If you want to go look at that one, we'll be getting dipsters on mobile, and we're going to be doing some mirror plant stuff just to fill out the island, make it look really cool. And that's about all we're going to be doing on that stream. So yeah, see you guys there. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Appreciate you as always. We're going to customize the football streams to look a little bit better as well. This is the first edition. There'll be more editions. We'll try and have like a table. We'll have all that cool stuff. W's everyone for subbing up as well. I saw the sub counter go up a little bit, which is good. I can't remember what it started with. It doesn't really got much in the football streams, so we'll see how much it goes up in the MSM streams and stuff. But appreciate everyone who subbed up. We're almost at 8.2k. Yeah, big number. And see you guys later. And bro, KSI Deji. To be honest, I actually think Deji's funnier, but KSI, I like some of his content, but I honestly like Deji quite a lot just for his, his humor's pretty good. Deji's a chill guy, Thank you so much, guys, and see you tomorrow. Or today, I guess, in 30 minutes. So...